It's Arkansas Traveler Baseball on the CSN Radio Network. The ITT Tech pregame show is brought to you by ITT Technical Institute. We are now online at itt-tech.edu.
Live from Little Rock, Arkansas. Arkansas Traveler Baseball is on the air. And hello again, everybody, and a very pleasant good evening to you. Welcome to Ray Winter Field, as tonight the Creative Sports Radio Network presents the Arkansas Travelers and the Tulsa Drillers, Game 3 of the Eastern Division Texas League Playoffs. And the Travs got Tulsa Drillers right where they want them. Phil Elson with you here on the CSN Radio Network and the ITT Tech pregame show. The Travs have the Drillers down 2-0. One win tonight. The Travs have swept the Division playoff and have a ticket stamped to the Texas League Championship Series. Why have the Travs taken the first 2 games? 2 words: home runs. Travs have scored 5 of their 6 runs on homers in the opening game on Tuesday. Put up 2 more homers last night. Mike Napoli, a solo home run in the second inning, and after Drillers take a 3-1 lead in the second, the Travs rally back and tie the game on a Howie Kendrick single. But then Kendrys Morales provides the big blast, a tie-breaking 3-run homer. Travs win 7-5 yesterday, and 4 of those 7 runs came on the long ball. So the Travs today sent Jered Weaver to the mound. High-touted prospect. This has been well documented throughout minor league baseball. Weaver, who went 3-3 in 8 starts at AA, although carried a 3.98 ERA. He'll be going up against struggling right-hander Ubaldo Jiménez, who had a 5.43 earned run average in 12 starts at AA. But when the Travs had seen Jiménez this season, they had hit him to the tune of an ERA at an even 9.00 and a 3.22 batting average against. Travs feeling very confident coming into this ball game because they're playing at Ray Winter Field, where they've pulled out 41 wins and just lost 27 games throughout the season, and played so well over the last month of the season here at home, where they won 7 of the last 9 games at home. The Travs have come from behind many times in games late in the season, especially here at home, and just at Ray Winter Field, where this team has been so comfortable, hitting over 300, scoring about 7 runs per game. So things right now are looking extremely good for the Travs. But do not count out the Tulsa Drillers team with a lot of backbone. Drillers, who were down by 4 runs in the 9th inning yesterday, cut it to an even 2 runs. Travs still pulled out the win by the 7-5 final score. It is a beautiful night for baseball. We've been blessed with spectacular weather during the playoffs. It's 88 degrees as of right now. Not much of a breeze. It's just coming in from left field at a few miles an hour. Temperature will get down into the low 70s by the time this game gets into the middle innings. So it does have that feel of playoff baseball, because when you think in playoff baseball, you think a little bit cooler than you had during the regular season. And good goodness, the last time we played baseball in Little Rock, we had temperatures upwards of about 100 degrees. So it's nice to at least think that even being into the high 80s is quite a lot less than that. Travs should be feeling pretty comfortable here at their home ballpark as they attempt to sweep the Eastern Division playoffs. Coming up next on the ITT Tech pregame show, we'll sit down and chat with last night's winning pitcher, Casey Olenberger. That's right after these words on the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
As an aircraft avionics technician, I repair just about any electronic component on the airplane.
Jared earned a Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Electronics Engineering Technology in 2003 and an Associate of Applied Science degree in 2002 from the ITT Technical Institute in Birmingham, Alabama.
My bachelor's from ITT Tech is a really well-respected degree. The school has a lot of hands-on teaching, and it's a really nice atmosphere.
At ITT Technical Institute, you can pursue skills that can be used to help you prepare for a new career or create opportunities in your current field. Call 1-800-ITT-TECH. That's 1-800-ITT-TECH, or visit us on the web at www.itt-tech.edu to investigate a campus nearest you. Find a potential new path to your future at ITT Tech.
I want to move higher, get everything I can, let my own plane.
ITT Technical Institute, education for the future.
Brewery, can I help you?
Hi, I just bought a 6-pack of your beer, and I think there's something missing in it. There's no taste in the beer.
There's no taste.
I was hoping maybe somebody in shipping could send me flavor. Like, I'm not trying. All I want is flavor.
So there's no
Is there like a flavor distribution center in my neighborhood? I'll pick it up.
No, there's no center.
I'll tell you what. I got some Miller Lights here. That'll do the trick. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a good day.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
11:42 a.m. Sonic discusses brotherly love.
I'm going to hand it to Sonic. All the ingredients in the extra long Philly cheesesteak, they really complement each other.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
The onions with the cheese and the peppers with the steak. And it's a nice combo.
It's no surprise. It's a Philly cheesesteak. It's like a sandwich from Philadelphia. City of brotherly love. You see all the ingredients getting along with each other.
The city of brotherly love?
City of brotherly love. Philadelphia.
Oh, that doesn't make any sense.
It fits with the sandwich for sure.
Because I had a couple of brothers. That doesn't sound fitting.
You didn't get along with
City of brotherly getting your eyebrows shaved off while you sleep.
Did that happen?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the city of brotherly cheap shots. City of brotherly, I'm going to start dating someone that you dated just to hurt you.
The extra long Philly cheesesteak. New at Sonic. Peppers, onions, cheese, and steak on an extra long bun. It's the classic Philly cheesesteak, stretched by Sonic. It's not just good, it's Sonic good. Sonic now accepts all major credit cards.
Welcome back to the ITT Tech pregame show here from Ray Winder Field as the Travs and the Tulsa Drillers getting set for Game 3 of the Eastern Division Playoff. A chance for the Travs to sweep this one today. Up 2-0, and the winning pitcher in Game 2, Casey Ohlenberger, joining us on the pregame show. Casey, got through the game yesterday, 6 innings. And you gave up 10 hits, but most of those hits were singles, and you were able to control them. It looked when they had men on base. How did you feel yesterday it's your first playoff game in affiliated baseball. It must have been pumped up as well.
No, I was excited, and I put a little extra pressure on myself, which I tend to do in certain games for what reason, I don't know. But I didn't feel the best. I knew I didn't have my best stuff as I have in, the past few weeks or whatnot. The reason why I really don't know. It's just maybe my arm got a little tired, building up. Had a few extra days rest. Sometimes that takes a toll. But I knew I just had to make pitches. I knew it was going to be a battle out there, and those guys sit on fastballs and they do well hit, and as long as I can contain them, I knew that we would have a chance, The 3 runs in the second inning, I was just hoping to contain them after that. And the fact that we put up a 5 spot the next inning really helped out, and I just got there down after that, It kind of helped me because the hits they did get were early in the count, so it really didn't take a whole lot of energy out of me. It's, you turn a negative to a positive, so that was the positive about it, A lot of the hits were early in the count, and I could really work when I had to,
And Kate, if you fall behind 3 runs or 2 runs, with the lineup that you've got backing you up, you've got to feel pretty confident about the idea that, hey, these guys are going to be able to pick me up, and they did right after.
Oh, definitely. Every time you take them out with this lineup, you feel comfortable. You can give up, 6 runs and feel comfortable. You don't want to do that, but that's the team that we have is capable of putting up 10 runs at any given time. We've proven that in the last 2.5 months of the season and leading into the playoffs. So, I did feel good. I felt okay that I held them to 3. I was a little disappointed that I gave up the runs, but hey, that's the way it goes. And I felt once we put up the 5, I felt I started to settle down a little bit and made some pitches in some crucial situations to get myself out of it.
Jason, do you think in this Drillers lineup that there's any one specific player that could hurt you more than the others, a guy that you're looking out for that, hopefully is not coming up with men on base?
For me, the biggest guy was Miller, and he's the leadoff guy, and he's the way he had hit it against me all year, it's in the back of my head, I was thinking about it, and early on I thought about too much, trying to be too fine, which, if I just make my pitches, the guys get themselves out, but it would be Miller, if anybody else I really didn't feel I don't feel threatened by, anybody, but every now and then I'll just get a guy like, okay, I got to, I put a little more emphasis on a certain player when I really don't need to, and that's nothing against Miller, it's a compliment that, try to pitch around him, but if there's one guy, it's him, because he can hit for power, he can hit for average, and he has speed once he gets on the bases. He can kind of turn something small into a big inning, so he's the key guy for me to keep on the bases.
Casey, hopefully that wasn't your last start of the season. Hopefully get a chance during the championship series as well. Of course, it does need one more win to do that. But, at the most, you'd have one more start to go. If you can, I know it's really just at the very end of the season, reflect upon what has been, I'm sure, a very interesting year for you in your first year of affiliated baseball. First year with the Angels, you come up to Double-A, start the year in the bullpen, end up as a starter halfway through the season, and end up as one of the more effective starting pitchers in the Texas League this year. Has it been kind of a whirlwind season for you?
No, it has been up and down, especially early on when I was a little shaky out of the bullpen. I think everyone would agree with me that I wasn't the most effective pitcher. on this staff, and then getting the chance to be in the starting lineup, thank God that some guy went up. It's too bad that some guys got hurt, but that's the nature of the beast. That's the way it works. And when that happens, you get your opportunity, you kind of take it and run with it, because there's somebody always waiting on the doorstep, to step right in and take my spot. So I just, once I got the opportunity to be in the starting rotation, I basically took it upon myself, and there was a lot of, me and Kami talked quite a bit, about, hey, need to do this, this, and this, and just go out there and pitch your game. So it has been an up and down season, especially with emotion, obviously with, the outcome of some games, and, with the emotion that comes with it, it's worked out for the best, though. I've really had a good time being in the starting lineup and knowing that I'm helping this team out better with being a starter than I had been a reliever. So that was the most disappointing thing, was being a reliever and coming in and always being successful in the past and not living up to my expectations. The expectations of the Angels in the organization was, I'm sure, slim to none, but my expectations were a lot higher. And once I got into the rotation and kind of settled down and settled to my own, I started, doing well, and I found my niche and I stuck with it. So I'm happy. Where we ended up, we're in the playoffs, so hopefully one more start. It'll be nice.
If you could look ahead and talk about expectations, do you have any expectations for the upcoming season for 2006? I know you've got about 5 or 6 months of off-season and training, I'm sure, to get ready again. But what kind of expectations would you have in what will be your second year in affiliated baseball? And the Angels obviously know a little bit more about you now.
Right. I think I impressed a lot of people in the higher up, with the way I've been pitching. And next year, I'm a free agent after this year. So come October 15th, I think it is, or 16th, I can sign with just about anybody I want. So the biggest thing for me was to put up numbers, and I did that. I did well to get my ERA in the 3s. I would have liked to get 10 wins in the regular season. It makes it look a little better. But my expectations are, I have high expectations for another club to pick me up if the Angels don't offer me a contract, something, and it's tough to say, but I got to make a living now, and wherever I can get a good deal that's gonna secure me, even though as secure as secure can be in this game, something money-wise and opportunity-wise, my best opportunity to get to the big leagues, So we'll see if the Angels offer something and they're optimistic about me, then hey, I'll really consider it. I don't want to dog them. They gave me my opportunity to be in affiliate ball, so I owe them, everything. They gave me a chance, took a chance on me, and it worked out for the better. So I'm happy. Whatever happens, happens. Just gonna concentrate on winning this series and the championship series, and then off season maybe winter ball, and then head into next year with whoever.
I'm always almost hesitant to ask about expectations for the future, because as far as we're concerned, I think the future is now and then next week, hopefully.
Right. No, it is now, and we would love to sweep these guys and get this over with tonight, and we don't want to have to, we don't want them to get any momentum for the next 2 days here. It's awesome that we have a chance to clinch here at home. So yeah, we want to take care of it tonight. We got Weaver going tonight, who his last start, he was pretty nailed, so if he continues that tonight, I think we'll be all right. They're kind of down right now. We just need to keep them down. We don't need to wake a sleeping giant, so to speak. So expectation and everything is right now. We get this done, get to the championship series against Midland, San Antonio, it doesn't matter, So the head of steam that we got going, in right now is definitely into our advantage.
Hey, I've appreciated your time this year on the pregame show, and it's been a pleasure watching you pitch, and good luck in hopefully an upcoming series, and good luck in the future.
Thank you very much. I've had a lot of fun doing it as well. Appreciate it.
We'll be right back to the playoffs tonight, but first this on CSN from Vail Honda.
It has a legendary reputation for reliability, durability, and quality. It's been named to Car and Driver's 10 Best list 18 times. It was the first gasoline-powered production automobile to be certified as a low-emission vehicle in the U.S. And the best part is, it's used.
Proof that how you start out in life is a good indication of how far you'll go. Honda certified used cars. See, it may be used, but it's still a Honda.
Vail Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway, Little Rock.
The Air Force is the only branch of service with its own community college. It's called the Community College of the Air Force, and it makes a difference. You see, in the Air Force, you earn college credit for learning your job. You can earn an associate's degree in one of 66 career fields. Your job experience goes farther in the Air Force. For more information, call 1-800-423-USAF or log on at airforce.com. Cross into the blue with the U.S. Air Force. No one comes close.
When it comes to a full line of office products, the name is Settle Office Products, 4412 MacArthur Drive in North Little Rock. They've been in business on MacArthur Drive for 23 years. They give free delivery anywhere in Central Arkansas. They have office furniture, office supplies, scratch and dent furniture, and they're family owned and operated. Give them a call today at 758-1050 or see them on the website at www.settleofficepro.com.
CSN is now live on the internet at csnsports.com. Click on live broadcast in the upper left-hand corner on your homepage for live play-by-play audio, not to mention all other programs CSN produces during the year. Check out our webpage with a list of games today on CSN, the latest scoreboard, and the latest sports headlines at csnsports.com. That's csnsports.com with live coverage worldwide on the internet. csnsports.com, bringing you closer to us than ever before.
Welcome back to Ray Winder Field. Going through the starting lineups right now. There is bunting on the railings at the ballpark. Bunting always a sign of something special going on at a baseball park, and there's also bunting right now in San Antonio, Wolf Stadium, as the Midland Rockhounds visiting San Antonio for Game 3 of the Western Division playoffs. That series is tied 1 game apiece. That's because the Midland Rockhounds pulled out a 6-3 win yesterday with Kevin Melillo leading the way, a couple of base hits, including a solo home run. Winning pitcher for the Rockhounds was Matt Lynch. He had to relieve Mike Nannini, who was fairly ineffective after 3 2/3 innings. Lynch went 3 1/3 innings, striking out 3, did not allow a man to second base, and Lynch with the win. The San Antonio starting pitcher, Yorman Bizzardo, faced 8 batters. They all reached base in the first inning, so Bizzardo did not record an out, takes the loss. 5 runs for the Rockhounds in the first inning, and that pretty much cinched the win. Game 3 of the series in San Antonio features Brad Ziegler of the Rockhounds, a young righty at 2 wins and a loss and a 6.86 ERA. Travis Oldham has been one of the top left-handers in the league this year. He'll be pitching for the Missions. Oldham was 13-7 with a 3.67 ERA, and Oldham's earned run average ranked as the 6th lowest across the Texas League. Of course, the Travs taking on the Tulsa Drillers here in Game 3 of the Eastern Division playoff, but the Travs are the only team that has a chance to advance to the Texas League Championship Series with 1 win today. As I mentioned, they're having the starting lineups announced right now to the crowd that have gathered here at Ray Winder Field. And as they announce those lineups, we'll take a quick 10-second break for station identification from Little Rock's Ray Winder Field. This is the Creative Sports Radio Network, your home for Traveler Baseball. I'm Phil Elson with you at Ray Winder Field, Game 3 of the Eastern Division playoff, with the first-half champion Tulsa Drillers and the second-half champion Arkansas Travelers. We will have the starting lineups for you coming up after this on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
The ITT Tech pregame show has been brought to you by ITT Technical Institute, now online at itt-tech.edu. Stay tuned next for Arkansas Traveler Baseball right here on the CSN Radio Network.
Have a stroke. You may not even notice it right away, but then time passes and the symptoms get worse. 1 minute you feel fine, and the next, your speech could be slurred or not make sense. One side of your body might become numb. You might see double. You drop the TV remote because you can't hold up your arm. That's because after a stroke, every minute you don't get help is another minute that your brain is being starved of oxygen. The warning signs of a stroke include sudden numbness or weakness of the face, arm, or leg, sudden trouble seeing, speaking, or understanding. If you experience any of these warning signs, call 911 immediately, because time lost is brain lost. Visit strokeassociation.org or call 1-888-4-STROKE today. A public service announcement from the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Now, when the baby is fussy, it could mean that she's hungry or wet or she may need to be birthed.
I can't believe how much there's to learn about being a new mother.
Or maybe she's just tired. Let's put her down for a nice nap right here on her tummy.
Oh, no, Ma. She needs to sleep on her back.
Well, maybe at night, but this is just a little nap.
But we read that you always put babies to sleep on their backs. There's less chance of crib death. They call it SIDS, or Sudden Infant Death Syndrome. The crib also has a firm mattress, and there's no loose bedding or stuffed toys in there. We want to do everything we can to keep her safe.
I guess you do know a thing or two about being a mother. How about that?
Babies sleep safest on their backs, both at nap time and nighttime. Always put your baby on his or her back to sleep to reduce the risk of sudden infant death syndrome. For more information, call 1-800-505-CRIB. That's 1-800-505-CRIB. This message is from the Department of Health and Human Services and the women in the NAACP.
A presentation of CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network, brings you Arkansas Traveler Baseball. Today's game is brought to you by the ITT Technical Institute online at itt-tech.edu, by Coca-Cola, make it real, by Miller Lite, prevent taste loss with Miller Lite, by Allstate, you're in good hands with Allstate, and by the Sonic Drive-In. Arkansas Traveler Baseball is brought to you statewide on the Creative Sports Radio Network by Vail Honda. See the new Honda cars and trucks today. The U.S. Air Force, crossing to the blue. The Bank of the Ozarks, with several locations to serve you. And by the Conedo Tax Advisory Group. And now, the Texas League Arkansas Travelers.
Hamilton, the director of the famous Philander Smith Choir, performing the Star Spangled Banner here at Raymonder Field for Game 3 of the Eastern Division playoff, with the first half champion Tulsa Drillers, an affiliate of the Colorado Rockies, and the second half champion Arkansas Travelers, a AA affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Drillers, over the regular season, won the first half with a record of 43-27. Regular season overall record was 75-65. Trav's second half record, good for the championship, was 37-33, and they were 71-69 in the regular season. The starting lineup for the Drillers reads Tony Miller leading off, playing center field. Batting second, playing left field, Jordan Zarnicki. Designated hitter bats third, Judd Thigpen. Cleaning up for the Drillers, first baseman Joe Koshansky. Hitting fifth, the right fielder, Sean Barker. Batting sixth, at third base for the Drillers, Corey Slavic. Batting seventh and catching tonight, Dan Conway. Batting eighth, playing second base, Jayson Nix. And rounding out the Drillers' starting nine is shortstop Doug Bernier. Travelers' lineup today has Erick Aybar at the top at shortstop. Batting second in center field, Reggie Willits. Hitting third for the Travelers, second baseman Howie Kendrick. Cleaning up and catching, Mike Napoli. Batting fifth for the Travelers and playing first base, Kendrys Morales. Returning to the lineup And with a brand new baby boy, right fielder Tommy Murphy hitting 6th. Batting 7th at third base, Greg Porter. Batting 8th, playing left field, Jason Espito. And rounding out the Travelers' starting 9 is designated hitter Mike Elworth. Couple of right-handers on the mound tonight. It's Jered Weaver for the Travelers. Weaver, who made 8 starts at Double-A, was 3-3 at Arkansas and a .398 earned run average. Weaver, a 6'7" right-hander, 205 pounds from Simi Valley, California. Well documented, first-round pick by the Angels last year. Signed late this season, went to Rancho Cucamonga, was 4-1 in 7 starts and dominated over the final 4 starts at Single-A. And Weaver took a loss to the Drillers the last time that he faced them back on August the 29th. Lost the ball game 4-3. Was cruising until the 6th inning, gave up 4 straight hits, and all 4 of those runs came in that 6th inning. Jered Weaver on the mound today for the Arkansas Travelers. Pitching game 3 for the Drillers is right-hander Ubaldo Jiménez. 6'2", 185 pounds, 20 years old, actually 21 right now, out of San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic. Jiménez, who's in his 5th year professionally, started the season in Single-A Modesto, where in 14 games he went 5-3 with a .398 ERA. Promoted to Double-A early July, he made his Double-A debut against Arkansas and defeated the Travelers 8-4. But that was one of only 2 wins he would post in 12 starts. 2-5 was Jiménez and a .543 earned run average. Jiménez lost twice to the Travelers. In fact, he lost once to the team, but the team beat the Drillers twice when Jiménez was pitching against them. Last time they faced him, August the 28th, 10-5 Trav win. Jiménez got a no decision in that game, but he did allow a couple of home runs. And when you're talking about the Travs, you got to talk about the homers. They hit more home runs than any team in the Texas League at 152. 5 have come off of Jiménez. Travs about to take their positions. A chance for a berth in the Texas League Championship Series. The Travs up 2 games to none in the best-of-5 series. And we'll be back for the first pitch right after this on the TSN, Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
He joined the Air Force in 1964 and served in Vietnam. He commanded forces in the far corners of the globe. Rising through the ranks, he served as a 3-star general at the Pentagon. You'd think 30 years of distinguished service would be plenty. But if you're Norman G. Leasing, Lieutenant General, retired United States Air Force, that's just the beginning. Today, he's pursuing a new career as Walmart's Vice President of National Government Relations. Norm's journey took him near and far, through Asia, Scandinavia, Europe, the Middle East, and Webster University, where he earned a master's degree that served him well in his career. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge, for real-world success.
For more information on graduate degrees from Webster University in Little Rock, visit them on the web at webster.edu or call them 800-828-2598.
Alba de México, su voz canta sobre acordes de guitarra. Sale Gabriel como Dr. Pepper, su originalidad la hace brillar. Por de Dr. Pepper, el sabor de la originalidad. Celebra su individualidad y da la vida personalidad de tú a tu manera. De tú, nada es mejor, Dr. Pepper.
Those who have come out to the ball game, playoff game number 3 of the first round, they're looking a little rowdy right now. There is a little bit of a buzz in the air here at Ray Winder Field as the Travs have a chance to cinch a trip to the championship series. The Travs' last trip to the championship series was 2001. They had a 2-0 lead in that series over Wichita, lost the 3rd game, but went on to win the 4th. And today the Travs trying for the sweep with Jered Weaver finishing his warm-up. Mike Napoli has made that long throw to second base. Tony Miller stepping into the batter's box to lead the game. Picture-perfect night for baseball. The lights have been turned on. Of course, this time of year, sun's starting to go down a little earlier than we've been used to. It's 84 degrees right now, already 4 degrees lower than when we started the broadcast about 30 minutes ago. Weaver ready to deal the first pitch of the ball game. Miller stands in. Plate umpire David Rackley says play ball, and Weaver goes to the windup. Here is the first pitch of game 3. It comes at 7:14. It was up high, and it's ball 1 to Miller. Miller's been held in check over this series. And that's been a key part for the Travs taking a 2-0 lead. Miller's only 1 for 8. Here's a 1-0 pitch from Weaver. And that one is a little under the knees, and it's 2-0. Miller has 18 home runs in the regular season, 9 of them against the Travs, but only 1 single in the first 2 games of the series. Weaver back to the windup, and a 2-0 on the way. Miller swings and fouls it at the plate, and it's 2-1. Following Miller is George Zarnicki and then Judd Bigpen. There are only 2 left-handed batters in the lineup today. Neither of the top 3 are left-handed. Cleanup batter Koshansky, 6-hitter Slavic, all going to the left side. No switch hitters in the Drillers lineup tonight. The 2-1 count on Miller starts the ball game, and Weaver kicks, rears back, and delivers the pitch, and it's fought off the fist and fouled over the roof right in front of us, and it's 2-2 now. Miller hit .280 during the regular season, 18 home runs, 58 runs batted in. He was a catalyst for the Drillers, both at the top of the order, and also led them in home runs, walks, batting average, and on-base percentage. Here's the 2-2, and Miller takes ball 3, down and in, close pitch there. Crowd wants the call. 3 balls, 2 strikes to start the game to Miller. He walked 87 times in the season. He struck out 116 times, and Weaver delivers the 3-2 pitch, and he swings and misses strike 3. Miller seemed to be a little confused when that pitch was coming in. He swung at a pitch that moved a good half a foot inside of the right-hand batter, and it looked like Miller was also trying to get out of the way of the pitch as he brought the bat through the strike zone. So 1 away on Weaver's strikeout to start this ball game. Jered during the regular season struck out 45 in 43 innings at Arkansas. And now Zarnicki stepping in. Zarnicki was 3 for 5 yesterday. Right-handed batter. First pitch is popped up over third base. Erick Aybar drifting out to short left field. He's called off by left fielder Jayson Nix, who trots in and makes the easy catch off to the left shoulder. Quickly, 2 outs in the first inning with Zarnicki flying out to left. Judd Bigpen stepping in and will set the defense behind Weaver. Espido's in left. Reggie Willits in center field, and Tommy Murphy back in the starting lineup in right field. Third base, Greg Porter. Aybar's a short. Second baseman is Howie Kendrick. Kendrys Morales is at first, and Mike Napoli behind the plate. Here's Bigpen. Bigpen's hit a home run in each of the first 2 games of the series. In fact, the only 2 home runs of the series by the Drillers have been hit by Bigpen, right-handed batter, and Weaver's pitch is down and in, ball 1. Bigpen is 4 for 9 in this series. 2 singles, 2 home runs. He had a 2-run homer in the 9th inning yesterday off Alex Serrano. Got the Drillers within 2. 1-0 pitch, line drive, left field. Espido coming in, diving, grabs it, 3 gone. Nice catch by Espido. Ball hit right on the money by Bigpen. A few feet in front of Espido, and he dove towards the infield to bring that one in. A 1-2-3, top of the first inning as the Drillers are finished. Here come the Arkansas Travelers up to the plate in the bottom of the first on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
The Arkansas Razorbacks are looking to make it back to the Bowls this year. Hi, this is Ron Calcagney. Join me for the 3rd year in a row right here on CSN for the Arkansas Razorback Sports Report every week during the football season. Every week we'll give the latest news on the Razorbacks from Fayetteville. A look at the big game each week and the game plan. A flashback in the past and interviews from the great Hogs from the past and predictions of the big game. The Razorback Sports Report every Thursday at 5:30, Friday mornings at 8:30, Friday afternoons at 3:30, and Saturday mornings at 6:30. During the football season, right here on CSN, the Creative Sports Network.
Why do people statewide across the state of Arkansas like CSN? Here's Gary Coates, General Manager and owner of affiliate KBJT in Fordyce.
Well, I like it because it's Arkansas-oriented. You know, the things that that CSN carries are always, from within the state, and for the most part, and it's a real big help to our broadcast schedule.
CSN now in their 27th year.
Travs striding to the plate at the bottom of the first inning, about to take on Ubaldo Jiménez, young hard-throwing right-hander from the Dominican Republic. Named as the 4th best prospect in the Rockies organization, Jiménez comes with a fastball in the mid-90s, split-fingered changeup as well, a big league curve. 6'2", listed at 165 pounds. There's no way this kid's 165 pounds. He's at least 20 pounds heavier. Might have been 165 when he was signed at 16 years old in the Dominican, but he is certainly not 165 pounds these days. Erick Aybar about to step into the batter's box with Reggie Willits and Howie Kendrick to follow. And here goes Jiménez looking in for the sign. He's about to go to the windup, but he stepped off. Now quickly back to the windup. And a pitch to Aybar up high, ball one. Aybar, the switch-hitting shortstop, is 5 for 9 in the series. He has scored a couple of runs. Here's the 1-0. And he swings and tips it into the catcher's mitt, and it's foul ball for a strike. 1-1. Aybar, yesterday 3 for 5, had an infield single to start the game. He would double as the Travs came back after the Drillers take a 3-1 lead in the second. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off over the left field side, out of play. And it's 1-2 to the Travelers shortstop. Aybar hit .303 in the regular season. 9 home runs, 54 runs batted in. One of those 9 homers came off of Ubaldo Jiménez. And now Jiménez delivers 1-2, and Aybar hits it in the air to shallow right field. Barker right there waiting, and Barker makes the easy catch for the first out of the bottom of the first. Jiménez's numbers at Double-A. He only allowed a .243 batting average against, but he also walked 31 hitters in 63 innings. So a little under 4.5 walks for every 9 innings pitched. He struck out 53. One important number is 12. That's the amount of home runs he allowed. 5 of them to Arkansas Travelers. Mentioned Aybar hit a home run off of him. Mike Napoli has hit 2 home runs off of Jiménez. Howie Kendrick and David Gates hit the other homers. And Gates not in the lineup today. Kendrick right now on deck. Reggie Willits, the batter, and he slices one foul back into the seats, and it's 0-1 to the Travelers center fielder. Willits, another switch hitter, batting left-handed. Hit .304 in the regular season, but only .213 against the Drillers. Here's Jiménez with an 0-1, and Willits backs off the plate, but that's on the inside corner, and it's 0-2. Corey Slob, the third baseman, is playing in with Aybar and Willits at the plate, but now with 2 strikes. Tulsa sends the third base a little further back. He's a couple of steps in back of his base. Willits stands back into the plate, and Jiménez deals 0-2. And the fastball hard, but a little inside, maybe high. Close pitch there, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Willits. Reggie is 1 for 8 in the series. Did knock a run in the opening game victory. The 1-2, and Willits hits it up the middle and into center field. And the Travs get the first base hit of the game. A 1-out single in the first inning by Reggie Willits. The Travs get a base stealer on. Willits stole 40 in the regular season. And Howie Kendrick coming up to the plate with good history against Jiménez this year. They didn't face each other in the regular season in the California League because when Jiménez was pitching for Modesto, took on Howie Kendrick's Rancho Cucamonga team, Kendrick was suffering from a strained oblique muscle. But at Double-A, Kendrick is 4 for 6 against the Jiménez. Right-hander deals, and the pitch high and tight, and it backs Howie off a little. It's 1-0. Just underway. We're in the bottom of the first. The Drillers went down in order in the top half. Travelers get an opportunity here in the bottom of the first with a 1-out single by the speedy Reggie Willits. Howie Kendrick, who had .342 during the regular season with Arkansas, at the plate. Right-hand batter. There's a turn and a throw to first, and back in Willits. An easy throw by Jiménez, wasn't really trying to pick him off. 7 homers for Kendrick at Double-A. Go along with 42 RBIs in 46 games. The 1-0 pitch, he loads up and swings, fouls it back. Good pitch to hit there. Jiménez does have enough to get by with an occasional mistake. But it's been quite obvious just by the numbers that Jiménez quite often does get bitten by those mistakes. 12 home runs in 12 starts. 6 of them over the last 5 appearances. Here's the stretch, the 1-1. Willits running on the pitch, and it's fouled back by Kendrick. Out of fastball. That's what the Travs are trying to get here from Jiménez. Work him into fastball counts, and with Willits in motion, Kendrick just barely missed putting that one into play. Got a little slab of the baseball. It's 1-2 to Kendrick, 1 away. Mike Napoli on deck, riding a string of home runs in 4 straight games. Kendrick standing back in there. Leading off first is Willits. Koshansky, first baseman, holding him on. Jiménez with a high set position. Kicks and delivers. Willits stays on it and is fouled back. Another foul ball by Kendrick as Jiménez is attacking the upper part of the strike zone with a fastball. Keeps the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jiménez, 21 years old, 5th professional season. There's a throw over to first again, and Willits is back. And a couple throws over, that was the closest to getting Willits picked off. 1-2 to Kendrick, stretched by the right-hander. Jiménez kicks, delivers. The fastball is down and away, and it's 2-2. Nice dive by Kendrick. Conway again looking for the pitch a little up in the zone, and Jiménez missed under the knees. Kendrick 2 for 5 yesterday. Stole a couple of bases. He knocked in a run. In fact, he had the tying RBI in the Tramps' third inning rally. Willits runs. Kendrick takes outside. The throw to second base is not in time, and it skips into center field, but Willits will hold to second. Miller pounced on that ball from in center field. Ball was thrown so hard by Conway, and it got between the shortstop and the second baseman as they converged on the ball and went straight into center field. Almost had the effect, it seemed, like a ground ball. Miller charged it like a ground ball. So Willits with the steal, and Kendrick on the 3-2 count. Travs have a nice opportunity here. Kendrick, who drove in 42 at Double-A, in his time at Single-A. Kendrick also was an RBI hound, 47 RBIs in 63 games. The 3-2 pitch, fouled back. Jiménez came with a breaking ball, a slider, and it moved over the outside half of the plate, didn't go towards the corner. Kendrick got a nice swing on that one. He has just missed, hitting a couple of very hard line drives. Willits taking a glance to each shoulder. Who's holding him on? It's the second baseman, Nix, who comes in a little bit. Now backs off. The 3-2 pitch to Kendrick, inside, ball 4. And there's 2 runners in base, first and second, only 1 out for the top home run hitter in the Texas League, Mike Napoli, standing in. Napoli's on a string of 4 consecutive games with a home run. That includes the last 2 games of the regular season in Springfield. And both Tuesday and Wednesday, he's hit home runs in his first at-bat yesterday, his last at-bat a couple of days ago. 31 homers during the regular season. Now, 20 of them came on the road, 11 at home. He's one of the few travelers to have more run production on the road. First pitch from Jiménez is under the knees, ball 1. Napoli has hit 2 home runs off of Jiménez. He's 2 for 7 against him, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Willits at second, Kendrick at first. Very good speed. Here's the pitch, 1-0, and that's low and outside. It's 2 balls, no strikes to Napoli. So Jiménez, as have most of the drillers during this series, they've even looked like they've had no intention of throwing Napoli a pitch to hit, but when he gets one to hit, he's turned on it and driven him out of the park. Already, the drillers sent pitching coach Bo McLaughlin to the mound. He's out of the dugout and on the mound already. Just the catcher Conway joins him. Napoli yesterday, the first pitch that he saw ended up onto 15th Street, which is past the left field fence at Driller Stadium. Then the next 3 plate appearances, he saw a total of 2 strikes, walking twice, and then he was hit by a pitch in the 7th inning. Final at-bat, Napoli struck out. At that point, the Drillers just figured, Travs were up by 4 runs at that point. They were just trying to get an out. McLaughlin leaves the mound. Napoli steps back into the plate. A golden count here. 2 balls, no strikes. First and second, 1 away, and the Travs looking to grab a first-inning lead. Put a real dent into the psyche to the Drillers. Here's the pitch. 2-0. Hit in the air. Deep left field. Towards the corner. If that one is fair, it is gone. It is a fair ball. And a 3-run homer for Mike Napoli. That is 5 games in a row that Napoli's hit a home run. This ball ends up on Rich Armory's roof, which is at least 70 feet past the left field fence. What a bomb by Mike Napoli. And a big blast at that, a 3-0 lead in the first inning. And the Drillers must feel like, goodness gracious, what has hit us again? Now Kendrys Morales stands in. Things don't get any easier for Jiménez. Kendry takes a first pitch strike over the outside corner. Boy, what a way to get this crowd going, knowing that 1 win tonight and you go to the championship series. 0-1 to Morales is high and outside. It's 1-1. Jiménez falls behind 2-0 and just gave him a fastball. Napoli turned on it. It looked like it was a little bit on the inside half of the plate, and somehow Mike turns on that pitch. Morales grounds to the hole at second. It's scooped up by the first baseman, Koshansky. He was way off the line. Jiménez covers, and there's a 3-1 play at first base for the second out. So 2 outs and the base is empty, 3 runs in on Napoli's, really, it's his 34th home run of the season. 31 of the regular season, 3 in the postseason. And now Tommy Murphy stepping into the batter's box. Murphy, who hasn't played since Saturday, we're going about 5 days since Murph last played a game. Murphy had some more important things to tend to as his wife Deborah gave birth to their second son, Dylan Thomas. And Murphy on the first pitch fouls it at the plate at strike 1. I understand it was quite a long labor for Deborah, and Murphy right there with her the whole time. Tommy has said he hasn't had much sleep over the last 4 games. He came into Little Rock today from his home in Boynton Beach, Florida. Stands back in, 2 out, switch hitter goes left-handed. And Jiménez delivers the 0-1, and Murphy pops it up behind the plate. Catcher Conway gives a glance, but that'll hit the roof. And it's 0-2 on Murphy. So the Travs, they've been missing one of the important cogs in the lineup during the first 2 games of the series. And they didn't have too much of a problem handling the Drillers on Tuesday and Wednesday, and Murphy back in the lineup today. Already a 3-0 Traveler lead. Here's the 0-2, and he swings and tips it. It's held by the catcher, strike 3. So the Travs are done in the first, but a nice first inning. 3 runs come home on 2 base hits. A home run by Mike Napoli brings in all the runs. It's 3-0 Travs going into the second, and now this on CSN from Vail Honda.
It has a legendary reputation for reliability, durability, and quality. It's been named to Car and Driver's 10 Best list 18 times. It was the first gasoline-powered production automobile to be certified as a low-emission vehicle in the U.S. And the best part is, it's used.
Proof that how you start out in life is a good indication of how far you'll go. Honda certified used cars. See, it may be used, but it's still a Honda.
Vail Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway, Little Rock. When it comes to a full line of office products, the name is Settle Office Products, 4412 MacArthur Drive in North Little Rock. They've been in business on MacArthur Drive for 23 years. They give free delivery anywhere in Central Arkansas. They have office furniture, office supplies, scratch and dent furniture, and they're family owned and operated. Give them a call today at 758-1050 or see them on the website at www.settleofficepro.com.
CSN is now live on the internet at csnsports.com. Click on live broadcast in the upper left-hand corner on your homepage for live play-by-play audio, not to mention all other programs CSN produces during the year. Check out our webpage with a list of games today on CSN, the latest scoreboard, and the latest sports headlines at csnsports.com. That's csnsports.com with live coverage worldwide on the internet. csnsports.com, bringing you closer to us than ever before.
Oh, the Travs do exactly what they wanted to do, which is get ahead early against the Tulsa Drillers and try to put no doubt into anybody's mind as to which team is advancing to the Texas League Championship Series. As of right now, it's only the second inning, but it is 3-0 Arkansas on the 3-run bomb by Mike Napoli. Jered Weaver set the Drillers down in order in the top of the first. Now he's got a nice big lead to work with, and we'll see what Weaver does with this lead. Joe Koshansky stands into the plate, leads off, left-handed batter, and here's Weaver's first pitch. It is high and outside. It's ball 1 to Koshansky. Sean Barker's on deck. Then it'll be Corey Slavic. We go 4, 5, and 6 for the Drillers' order in the second inning. Weaver delivers a 1-0, and Koshansky swings and misses at the off-speed pitch. Weaver has a variety of off-speed pitches. Change-up, curveball. Also features a hard slider. You can take something off the slider. Fastball in the low 90s these days for Weaver, and he's been painting the corners as well. The 1-1 is on the inside corner, called strike 2. Nice hard fastball right over the top of Koshansky's knees, and if he would have swung at that pitch, it would have handcuffed him, so it's 1-2. Koshansky, 3 for 9 of the series. All 3 hits are singles. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and he swings and holds on. It is Napoli. Strike 3 on the foul tip. And that's strikeout number 2 for Weaver. 1 away in the second. Hard heater there. Weaver more recently has been more of a strikeout pitcher. In fact, in his last 3 starts with the Travs, he struck out a total of 25 hitters in just 17 1/3 innings. He was overpowering. Sean Barker stands in. He's whipped 3 times in the series. Weaver goes with a slider, and Barker looks at strike 1. Barker's 3 for 9 in the series. All 3 hits, singles. He's one of their power hitters. 14 home runs, 76 RBIs during the regular season. The 0-1, big breaker, called strike 2 on the inside corner. So Weaver goes on the outside edge with a slider, comes on the inside corner with the curve. And quickly 0-2 on Barker. Now the leg kick and the 0-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging, got him with a tight fastball. A 3-pitch strikeout for Jered Weaver. He has set down all 5 batters he's faced so far, 3 of them on the strikeout. And now Corey Slavic steps in. Slavic at 2 for 8 during the first 2 games of the series, left-hand batter. 3-0, Travs leading in the top of the second. Weaver looking very strong right now. The big right-hander winds and delivers to Slavic. He squares around to show bunt and takes high and outside. Fastball missed, and it's 1-0. Jered Weaver was 3-3 with Arkansas. He did lose his last 2 starts, but he pitched pretty well in both of them. Now 1-0 on the way to Slavic, and that's hit in the air to right center field. Hit pretty well. Murphy chasing it down to the warning track. That is off of the fence. It'll be played by Willits. The center fielder had to back it up. Into second base goes Slavic with a stand-up double, and the Drillers get their first base hit of the game. Slavic now with 2 doubles in this series. He had 21 during the regular season. And the Drillers have a chance to strike back in the top of the second with a runner at second base and Dan Conway hitting. Weaver with the Travs allowed 43 hits in 43 innings, 19 walks and the 46 strikeouts. Mention how well he pitched his last 2 starts. He was only given a total of 4 runs to work with of support during those last 2 starts, a loss to the Drillers and the loss at Springfield. But only 5 earned runs during those 11 1/3 innings. Conway the batter, right hand, first pitch under the knees, ball 1. 1-0 to Conway, who did not play in the opening game. On Tuesday he rested, and Tino Sanchez caught instead. Last night Conway was on base 4 times, infield single, a base hit to right, and 2 walks. No one retired him. The 1-0 pitch, Conway pops it over first, out of play. They'll head over the seats and onto the rooftop, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Conway. Mike Napoli jogs the ball out towards the mound. Weaver will meet him halfway. 3-0 Travs, top of the second. The Drillers looking to answer here. Jered Weaver retired the first 5 batters, and then Slavic doubles on a 1-0 count. Now it's 1-1 on Conway. Weaver back to the mound, and Napoli behind the dish. Jered holds the ball in his hand, fluttering around, looking for the sign. Has the sign, now sets. A glance at Slavic. Here's the kick in the 1-1. It is inside, a fastball right at Conway's belt, and it's 2 balls and a strike. The wind is blowing in from left field, not very hard, and certainly not hard enough to have knocked down Mike Napoli's missile that rides out of the ballpark in the bottom of the first. Weather's not going to be much of a factor today. Matter of fact, it hasn't been any kind of a factor during the last few games, even the last part of August. Weaver gets the sign. 2 balls and a strike on Conway. Slavic a good lead at second, and a fastball comes for strike 2 on the high inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Conway hit .247 during the regular season with 5 home runs and 28 runs bat in. Weaver a long look at Napoli to find the sign. Now he has that sign. Hands together, just to the letters. Forgets about Slavic, and the 2-2 to Conway, just a little inside. That was a very close pitch. Fastball, and Conway a little picky here. And that was a pitcher's pitch. Conway gets the call, and it's a full count. The on-deck batter is Jayson Nix. Nix the 8-hitter, Conway the 7-hitter. 2 outs. And Weaver protecting a 3-run lead in the second inning. Here's the stretch. The leg kick, the 3-2, is high inside. He went with the offbeat breaking ball, and it missed. Up and in, so a 2-out walk has brought the tying run to the plate. Jayson Nix has hit 11 home runs during the regular season. However, none of them came against the Travelers. He only had 1 RBI in 27 games against Arkansas. Right-handed batter, hit .236 in the regular season. Corey Slavic at second base, and Conway at first. Both in reach after 2 outs. Jered Weaver checks Slavic, a quick glance, and now the first pitch to Nix is at the letters for a called strike. Hanging breaking ball, and Weaver gets away with 1. 0-1 to Nix, who is 3 for 7 in this series. A couple sacrifice bunts as well. Actually, he's 3 for 6 in the series. Holds the bat high. They're going to try to come inside to him. The fastball swung on and missed. It was right on the inside corner. That little too long for Nix there. No balls, 2 strikes as Weaver tries to get to the bottom of the second and give the Travs a chance to add to a 3-0 lead. Napoli flashing the signs out. Weaver accepts it. It's a 2 count to Nix. 2 strikeouts already. The pitch is a curve, hit in the air to center field, right to Reggie Willits. He comes in and reaches up to make the catch, and the side is retired. Nix got another hanging breaking ball, but Weaver gets through the second inning, gives up 1 hit, 1 walk. He strands 2, and it's still 3-0 Travs. We go to the bottom of the second. Game 3 of the Eastern Division playoff right here on the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
It's easy to get discount tickets to Travs games all year thanks to Ready Ice. Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice presents Ready Ice Wednesdays at Wayne Wonder Field. Just pick up a discount coupon for any Wednesday Travs home game anywhere Ready Ice is sold, like most Shell and Exxon gas stations. Bring the coupons to the Travs box office for $3 general admission tickets to any Wednesday home game. That's Ready Ice Wednesdays at Wayne Wonder Field all season long. Thanks to Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice.
I never wanted a Coke so bad in my life. Like the time I went on a shop till you drop-a-thon with a girlfriend. So there I am pinballing from store to store across the vast expanse of this mega mall, forced to give my opinion on her clothing choices, which she promptly ignored. I think it was from all the, yeah, that looks steak, honey, but I was parched. Only one thing was going to unparch me. A Coke. I would have cried, but I couldn't spare the fluid. So next time I go shopping, it'll be online. Coca-Cola. Make it real.
You are witnessing some intense pain here, folks. Throbbing muscles, swollen joints. This is pure torture. We're talking total body suffering. Not even the internal organs are...
Bob, the game hasn't started yet.
Game? I'm talking about me.
Don't let orthopedic discomfort interrupt your life. Learn to manage it with Baptist Health in Ortho, Arkansas, state's leaders in orthopedic medicine. To reach a specialist or for more information, call Baptist Health Healthline at 27-8478 and get back in the game.
Ooh, I can feel that hit up here.
A 3-0 lead for the Arkansas Travelers, thanks to the big bat of Mike Napoli. 3-run blast in the bottom of the first. Jered Weaver struck out 3 hitters in 2 innings. Stranded a couple men in the second. Batting for the Travs in the second inning, 7, 8, and 9 batters. Greg Porter, Jason Espito, and Mike Elworth. Phil Elson with you on the broadcast here on CSN. Thanks for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the Creative Sport Radio Network or our friends at MLB.com that have tuned into the radio broadcast as well and streaming it out on the internet on MLB.com and MinorLeagueBaseball.com, shortened out to MILB.com. All the playoff games, if you're tuning into the net, will be featured on MILB.com. Greg Porter leads off the second. Jiménez delivers a high strike over the plate, and it's 0-1. Porter, Espito, Elward, 2 lefties followed by a right-hander. 0-1 to Porter is fouled back. Nice cut of the fastball. It was a little inside, or maybe on the inside corner. Porter trying to turn on it, but Jiménez does have enough juice. It is 0-2 to Greg. He's 3 for 7 in the series. A couple of hits yesterday. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Jiménez went up with a fastball 3 consecutive pitches. And really, I mean, the first pitch, second pitch, third pitch, they all look the same. Hard, high ones. So 1 away in the bottom of the second, and now Jason Espito standing in. Espito and David Gates not in the lineup At the same time today, the first pitch to a speed low, and it's ball one. With Tommy Murphy's return to the team, no longer will you have Gates and Espedo in the line at the same time, but they both hit pretty well. The 1-0 pitch is cut on and missed. The changeup had Espedo in front. It was actually Gates that had most of the production. Gates with 5 RBIs in the 2 games of the series. Of course, 4 of them came on one swing of the bat. Tuesday's grand slam. 1-1 to Espedo is down and inside. It's 2 balls, 1 strike on the Traveler left fielder. Espedo, 1 for 8 in the series. Did reach base yesterday. He was 0 for 4. Left-hand batter, and they're playing him to pull the ball deep in the infield on the right side. The 2-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. Jiménez showing a nice-looking change-up there, bringing count to 2-2. We've gone with fastball supporter, off-speed to Espedo, and it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mike Elward is on deck. Here's the pitch to Jayson. He swings, fouls it back, stays alive at 2-2. Espedo hit .268 during his 53 games of the regular season. 8 home runs, 32 RBI. Open set, pumping the bat back and forth. The 2-2 pitch, reaches out, got a piece of it, foul ball, and it's still 2-2. Drillers feature only 1 lefty starting rotation, and if the series gets to 5 games, that's where we'll see that lefty, Zach Parker. But Gates probably wouldn't have been in the starting lineup on Tuesday either. 2-2 pitch is fouled at the plate, still 2-2. Well, that does say something about the strength of the Travelers' bench. I mean, the fact that Gates, that he's on the bench, they put up pretty good numbers during the regular season. 16 home runs. 2-2 another to Espedo. Hit in the air to center field. Towards right center now. Miller drifts into the gap and makes an easy catch, and there's 2 outs. Pretty high fly ball, but had not much behind it. It floated in the air and just kind of hung there, and Miller, who is positioned towards left center, crossed over center field, but about 10 steps into right center, made an easy grab. 2 gone. Jiménez, ever since the Napoli home run, has set down 4 in a row. The string of 3 batters that reached in order in the first inning has given the Travs the lead. A single by Reggie Willits, a walk to Howie Kendrick, and the Napoli home run. Here's Mike Elward, and the first pitch tails on the inside corner, strike 1. Elward did not play yesterday. Another sign how strong the lineup is. Elward, with 287 during the regular season, with 14 homers and 72 RBIs, found himself on the outside looking in yesterday. An 0-1 changeup missed inside. It's 1-1 to Elward. Mike on Tuesday, 0 for 3, reached on a walk, hit score run. Here's the 1-1 pitch. He swings, got under it, high fly to center field. Miller drifts a few steps towards right, and now underneath it he makes the catch. A gap, and the Travs are down in order in the second inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Ubaldo Jiménez. We'll go into the third now. It's 3-0 Travs on the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
1998, New York City Marathon runner German Silva made a huge mistake. 1/2 mile from the finish line, he took a wrong turn. When he heard yells from the crowd and saw the looks on their faces, he realized his mistake. He immediately turned around. The error cost him a crucial 15 seconds. His only hope for winning now is to sprint to make up lost distance. Did he have the energy? Could he do it? He later said, "Too much work had gone into this race. I had to fight it out." He was able to make up the lost distance and finish first in his division, but only because he refused to allow a wrong turn to knock him out of his quest for the prize. I'm Mark Evans, pastor of the church at Rock Creek. You know, there are times in life we make a wrong turn, but when we discover that it was a wrong turn, the wise person changes direction.
Home run with your family tonight. Whether you're planning a meal before the game or snacks for the game, remember to include milk, cheese, and yogurt in the game plan. 3 servings a day of dairy is the right amount to help keep your body healthy. It's easy. Just look for the 3-a-day logo on your favorite calcium-rich dairy foods at your local retailer. For more information, including recipes and coupons, visit www.3aday.org. Have you had your 3-a-day today? The power of cheese.
Top of the third inning now at Ray Winder Field in Game 3 of the Eastern Division Playoff. The Arkansas Travelers leading 3-0 over the Tulsa Drillers with Jered Weaver back on the mound. Facing the number 9 batter, Doug Bernier. Bernier, right-handed batting shortstop, waiting, and here's Weaver's first pitch in the windup. Swing and a miss. Bernier launched his bat at a fastball. He was a little early on that pitch. It is 0-1 on Bernier. Following Bernier is the top of the order, Tony Miller, and then Jordan Zarnicki. So 0-1 count. Corners in just a little bit, and Weaver's 0-1 is on the way. And the curveball for called strike 2 as Bernier goes after the first pitch fastball, takes the second pitch breaker, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. Bernier, 203 batting average during the regular season, has found himself hit for in the last 2 games during the 8th and 9th innings. The 0-2 is up high, and it's ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bernier. Bernier is 1 for 6 in this series. That 1 hit was an infield hit yesterday, a little dribbler in front of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes to start the top of the third. Here's the pitch from Weaver, and Bernier fouls it back at a little piece, and it's still 1-2. Well, the other game in the West Division has started by now. In fact, Midland grabbed an early lead at San Antonio. It's 2-1. Mission's down in the bottom of the second. Here's a 1-2 to Bernier, and it's fouled off the end of the bat. A little dribbler along the foul grounds at first base. Still 1-2. Midland took 2 runs in the top of the first. The Mission scored their run in the bottom of the second. Mission still batting against Brent Ziegler. Only made, I believe it was 4 starts at Double-A during the month of August, and now is thrust into the playoffs. A critical game 3. 1 pitch, he struck him out, got him swinging with a breaking ball, and that's 4 strikeouts for Jered Weaver. Facing 9 hitters, he's only allowed 2 to reach. Double by Slavic in the second, a walk to Conway, followed Slavic's double. Other than that, Weaver has struck out 4. The other 3 balls put into play have all been hit in the air. 2 line outs, 1 fly out. Tony Miller struck out in the first, and now he bats in the third inning. Base is empty on the first pitch, a breaking ball called strike 1. Miller is now 1 for 9 in the series with 4 strikeouts. With 3 times against Stephen Shell on Tuesday. The 0-1 is low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Miller. Trav's 3, Drillers nothing, top of the third. Trav's going for the sweep in the first round playoff series. Now the 1-1 to Miller, and he looks at strike 2, a fastball just over the knees, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One of the things that's been such a landmark part of the Travs taking a 2-0 lead in the series, Miller hasn't had all that many opportunities with men on base. The 1-2 pitch just missed a little bit low, made 2 balls, 2 strikes. Miller, one of the only RBI chances he had was yesterday, 2nd and 6th innings. Grounded out to third, grounded out to short. A 2-2 pitch, breaking ball just missed again, outside a little bit, and the count goes full. There have been 2 extremely close 2-strike pitches. Miller getting the benefit of the call. The guy did take 87 walks during the regular season, so he's got an idea of the strike zone. Now the payoff on the way. He struck him out swinging. A fastball over the plate. Miller yanked his head on that pitch, and that is 5 strikeouts for Jered Weaver, and Miller is down swinging twice. 2 outs in the third. The base is empty. Travs leading by 3. And the 2-hitter, Jordan Zarnicki, coming up to bat. So Weaver with 2 batters in the second. The first 2 batters of the third go down swinging. Zarnicki flied to left field in the first. Right-hand batter standing over the plate. And here's Weaver's kick. And the first pitch is a strike called on the inside corner. Zarnicki held back on the swing. He did check it. And that came under the armpits on the inside edge. And it's 0-1. Weaver throwing a lot of first pitch strikes here. Now the 0-1 pitch to Zarnicki is a little inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tried the breaking ball and missed it. Weaver, in fact, has started the last 4 batters with a first pitch strike. And the last 3 all going down. Now the 1-1 to Zarnicki. Swinging and a miss. Takes something off the breaking ball. That was the curve, and Zarnicki way in front. It's 1-2. So Weaver set down the Drillers in order in the first. Trying to do it again here in the third inning. No one on base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Here's the windup and the pitch. Strike 3 called on the inside corner, a fastball, and Weaver strikes out the side. The Drillers go down 1-2-3 in the third inning. All 3 batters on a strikeout. It's 3-0 Arkansas. Going to the bottom of the third, the Eastern Division playoffs, Game 3 here on the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Brewery.
Hi, I was wondering if I could return my beer for a refund. I just bought a 12-pack for me and my friends. They don't have any taste. Bizarre.
And you want to go ahead and return those?
Does it ever happen where, like, the taste adder guy dozes off or something? Or he pulled a prank on us. Is there a guy named Pete who works there? Because I got a buddy named Pete who used to glue quarters to the floor to watch people try to pry him up. Hysterical. Well, I'll tell you what. No, thank you very much. I'm just going to go get a 12-pack of Miller Lite instead.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Ed and I sell soft drinks at ball games, and he first told me about BC Powder.
We carry big trays of drinks up and down the stadium steps. Man, it's a killer.
And with a backache, that tray feels heavier and heavier.
And the stairs are tough on your knees.
One night I was dragging, and the game wasn't half over.
I told Brian he needs a BC to stop the pain fast, because it goes to work quick.
BC stopped the pain, got me right back to work.
BC goes down easy with a soft drink, but don't tell the boss, okay?
BC, pain relief at the speed of powder. Use as directed.
And we go back to Ray Winter Field in the bottom of the third inning. It's the Arkansas Travelers 3 and the Tulsa Drillers nothing. Travs got all three of their runs on a homer from Mike Napoli in the first inning. A big blast over the left field fence. And here in the bottom of the third inning, Travs start at the top of the order with Erick Aybar striding to the plate. Ubaldo Jiménez allowed that home run to Mike Napoli. Hasn't allowed a hit since. In fact, he sent down 3 in a row since that Napoli home run. Erick Aybar started the first inning with a fly out to right. No bat lead off here in the third. Corners drifting in, and here's Jiménez, first pitch. Aybar strokes a line drive off the glove of the second baseman Nix. It goes in a short right center. Picked up by Parker, good outfielder. Gets it quickly to second base, and Aybar holds it first with a leadoff single. So Aybar now 6 for 11 over this series. Now the Travs get the leadoff man on base for the first time. Now Reggie Willits will come up. Willits started the Traveler mini rally in the first inning with a single up the middle, just his second hit of the series. He would steal second base, but the Travs didn't really need that steal with Napoli hitting a home run. Travs also get Aybar here to first, 49 steals on the season for Aybar, and Jiménez fairly slow to the plate. Good chance for a steal here. Short lead by Aybar. Willits stands in. First pitch, he squares around and looks at a strike, and it's 0-1. Aybar bluffed a little bit, took an unaggressive lead, but then made a couple of steps towards second as the pitch came. No balls, 1 strike to Willits. And Howie Kendrick on deck. Corey Slavic is about 5 steps in at third base. He's ready to charge. Middle infielder is ready to cover at second. Aybar, short lead off. The stretch, the pitch, down and in, and Willits had to jump away from that pitch, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Reggie taking a glance down the third baseline. Tom Gamboa, the Traveler manager, finishes the signs, backs up beyond third base, gets a good look at Erick Aybar as he leads off. Gamboa want to make eye contact with Aybar around second base. He gets a chance to run. There's a throw to first by Jiménez, and Aybar's back in there. Ubaldo Jiménez did not start the season with the Drillers. He was at Single A Modesto. Only made 9 starts last year at Single A Visalia. 1-1 count, a high set position. And Jiménez will step off and show Aybar the ball. Erick takes 1 step back to first base. He didn't think that he was going to throw it anyway. Still 1-1 to Willits. Nobody out after the Erick Aybar leadoff single here in the bottom of the third. That stopped a streak of 5 batters in a row retired by Jiménez. Now Jiménez sets. Pauses again, throws over to first, and Aybar's back in on his feet. Still 1-1 to Willits, and still no outs. Drillers' original starting rotation involved left-hander Keith Ramsey with a 7.68 ERA. Scott Randall, 4.84 ERA. Here's the 1-1 to Willits. Check swing. Plate umpire Rackley points and says he went around. That's strike 2. Christian Parker was a midseason Texas League All-Star, the 2.06 ERA in 12 starts before going to AAA. Jiménez came up a little bit after the halfway point. 5.43 earned run average. Driller's starting pitching has not been as strong as it was in the first half. There's a bluff by Aybar. The pitch is up high, and it's 2-2. A saving grace for the Drillers here in the second half has been Manny Ulloa. who is scheduled to pitch tomorrow if the Drillers can force a fourth game. Ulloa in 18 games carried a 296 earned run average. And that's a guy the Travs definitely want to avoid. He pitched 4 games against the Travs and won 3 of them. There's a throw to first by Jiménez, and back in quickly is Aybar. Still no outs. Travs 3, Drillers nothing. Willits checking the bat after adjusting his gloves. He stands back in, taps the bat on the plate, waits with Jiménez kicking, dealing. The pitch is fouled at the plate, and it's still 2-2. You know, we've had a visitor to Ray Winder Field today that you wouldn't have expected to see, considering that he wasn't part of the Angels system this year, but Steve Andrade, former Trav reliever from 2003 and 2004, is actually up here in the press box right now. A stretch by Jiménez, 2-2 to Willits. And time called before the pitch could be delivered. Steven wanted to say hello to Chris, Joe, Jacob, and Emily, who I think just now got word to tune into Travs.com so they could hear their name over the radio. Aybar runs, the pitch popped up. Left side of the infield, Aybar will hustle back to first. Slavic calling him off at third base, and the catch is made. Aybar just beats that throw to first, so there's one away. And Howie Kendrick will come up next. Steve pitched for the New Hampshire Fisher Cats during the baseball season this year. That's the AA club for the Blue Jays in Manchester, New Hampshire. Brand new ballpark up there. And as we had come to expect with Steve, put up very good numbers, allowed only 134 batting average, and with that outstanding breaking ball, hard fastball, he struck out 71 in 50 in the third inning. Aybar runs with the first pitch to Kendrick low. The throw to second base, dropped by the shortstop Bernier. Wouldn't have been in time anyway. Aybar safe at second base. A little slow in getting up, but he does get to his feet. 1 ball, no strike on Kendrick. The steal for Aybar is his second steal of this series. Maybe we can get Steve onto the broadcast here to say hi to him and ask how that season went. 1 ball, no strikes to Kendrick. The Travs looking to add to a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. Aybar way off the base. Jiménez kicks and turns to second. Doesn't throw the ball. Aybar was already on his way to third base. He is the whirling dervish out there, ready to run at the drop of a hat with a throw of a pitch. Still 1-0 to Kendrick. How he took a base on balls in the first inning. Here's the pitch. And that's up high. And the count goes to 1 ball, no strikes. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 on Kendrick. Mike Napoli on deck. This is already starting to look like a rather rough inning for Jiménez. Lead-off single, an out, then a steal. Falls behind 2-0, a dangerous hitter. Kendrick fouls one back. And it's 2-1. Kendrick waiting at the plate. He's 2 for 9 in the series. Remember, he was 4 for 6 against Ubaldo Jiménez during the regular season. Jiménez didn't pitch around him in the first, but he did walk him. And now Jiménez turns to second once again. He is very mindful of Erick Aybar. Wouldn't you, if the man at second base who had stolen 49 bases and attempted 72 steals? Jiménez 2 looks at Aybar. Now the pitch to Kendrick, and he jumps away. It's inside. It's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike to Kendrick. Now Kendrick had to foul off 4 pitches in that first inning at bat. He got a couple of really good swings, but was content to let Jiménez put him on base. And Mike Napoli got all the glory. A 3-1 count. The kick, the pitch, Aybar on his way to third. The pitch is driven in the air to deep left field to the corner. Another one that if it's fair, it's gone, but it hooks foul and ends up again on top of Rick's armory. Another shot by a Trav, but this one a few too much feet to the left. The count now full. Boy, how he turns on that fastball that came up and in. I don't know if he swung it ball four or not, but I tell you, whatever he swung at, he was waiting for. So it's 3-2 on Kendrick now. Aybar was on his way to third with that last pitch. We'll see if he runs again. Jiménez kicks, delivers. Aybar stays. Kendrick fouls it in the air over first. That'll get out of the crowd. Still 3-2. Jiménez working awfully hard here. He seems the Travs making him work extremely hard. Middle and top of the order. Aybar running again. The pitch fouled back. 3 consecutive foul balls by Kendrick. One of them a foul ball home run. Still 3-2 to Howie. Conway walks Jiménez to the mound. Slavic comes over from third base. Remember, Jiménez was visited by his pitching coach, Bo McLaughlin, back in the first inning. That was right before he faced Napoli, and Napoli took a 2-0 pitch over the left field fence. In fact, it went over the scoreboard. Jiménez back to the mound, back to the stretch now. Conway wants it on the inside corner, and it is a swung on and missed. Strike 3. Nice fastball by Jiménez, and he got it on the fist of Kendrick, and Howie unable to get the bat head out. That is the third strikeout of the game for Jiménez. And now Mike Napoli stepping into the plate. Napoli's now hit 3 home runs off Jiménez this year. And that includes his 3-run homer in the first inning. Jiménez fell behind Napoli 2-0 and then allowed the home run. Let's see if he attacks the strike zone first. Conway, the driller catcher, taking a glance at his dugout, see how they want to pitch to him. Jiménez steps off. Got the ball in the glove, now in the bare hand as he toes the rubber again, leans in. The sign is accepted. Napoli pumps the bat. Here's the pitch. Curveball called strike 1. Now Jiménez took a chance with that breaking ball. It was one of the slow breaking pitches. It hit that outside corner. Pretty nice delivery. Let's see if he gives Napoli a fastball at all during this at-bat. Aybar glancing off of second. There's a fastball, and Napoli was frozen. He takes strike 2. Jiménez, a little quick pitch there. It seemed the ball came to Napoli before he was ready for it. Mike steps out, takes a practice swing. Trying to bring Aybar home from second base. Napoli did have a nice 2-strike approach a couple of days ago. The 2-strike single right up the middle. Nix, the second baseman, is playing up the middle, and he's almost to the bag now. A turn and a throw by Jiménez. Back in is Aybar. He had a dive and got the right hand in just before Nix put the tag down. Jayson Nix came in behind Aybar at second base, and he looked like he was ready for that throw. He wanted to throw the moment he came towards second. Jiménez put it right in the glove. Now the 0-2 to Napoli, up and in, and it's ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jiménez tried to throw a fastball by Napoli, but it also wasn't anywhere near the strike zone. Very high, very inside. 1-2 to count. If Napoli reaches, Kendrys Morales gets a shot. Jiménez sets, and Aybar runs for third. Here's a fastball swung on and missed, and the inning is over. So the Travs start with a single, but Aybar is stranded at second. No runs, 1 hit. 1 left, and after 3 innings in Game 3 of the playoffs, it's the Travelers 3 and the Drillers nothing. This is Traveler Playoff Baseball on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
CSN is now live on the internet at csnsports.com. Click on Live Broadcast in the upper left-hand corner on your homepage for live play-by-play audio, not to mention all other programs CSN produces during the year. Check out our webpage with a list of games today on CSN, the latest scoreboard, and the latest sports headlines at csnsports.com. That's csnsports.com with live coverage worldwide on the internet. csnsports.com, bringing you closer to us than ever before.
The Arkansas Razorbacks are looking to make it back to the Bowls this year. Hi, this is Ron Calcagney. Join me for the third year in a row right here on CSN for the Arkansas Razorback Sports Report every week during the football season. Every week we'll give the latest news on the Razorbacks from Fayetteville, a look at the big game each week and the game plan, a flashback in the past, and interviews from the great hogs from the past and predictions of the big game. The Razorback Sports Report every Thursday at 5:30, Friday mornings at 8:30, Friday afternoons at 3:30, and Saturday mornings at 6:30. During the football season, right here on CSN, the Creative Sports Network.
We have 3 innings in the books at Ray Winder Field, Game 3 of the Eastern Division playoff, with the second-half champion Arkansas Travelers leading the first-half champion Tulsa Drillers by a 3-0 score. Total boards reading like this. For the Drillers, it's no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Drillers have stranded 2. For the Travelers, it's 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, with 1 runner left. Jered Weaver on the mound for the Travelers. Over 3 innings, he has struck out 6 hitters, only allowed 1 hit and 1 walk. In fact, he whiffed all 3 men he faced in the 3rd inning. It'll be Doug Thigpen, Joe Koshansky, and Sean Barker to bat in the 4th. 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Weaver retired them all last time he faced them. Thigpen hit the ball very hard in the 1st, but lined out to left field with Jayson Nix making a diving catch. The first pitch, a curve called strike 1. Thigpen leaning over the plate. The count, no balls, 1 strike. Thigpen now 4 for 10 in the series, but hitting the ball hard consistently. The 0-1 pitch, a slider just off the plate, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Midland has put up another run. They scored in the top of the 3rd. 3-1 Midland leading San Antonio in Game 3 of that series. Series is even, 1 game apiece. Thigpen fouls 1 back, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Games in the Major League. There were 2 finals from earlier today. Pittsburgh defeated Arizona in 12 innings, 8-7. Snapped a 10-game home losing streak as Thigpen hits a deep shot to left field. That went back towards the fence and gone, and the Drillers are on the scoreboard. Thigpen homers for the 3rd consecutive game. And he took a curveball and rips it over the Wendy's billboard, and it's now 3-1 Arkansas. Weaver had given up 5 home runs at AA. But he had only allowed 1 home run in his previous 4 starts. Now, on a breaking pitch up in the zone a little bit. It's now a 3-1 lead on the Thigpen homer. Now Joe Koshansky bats. He also has good power. First pitch is fouled into the first base seats, a chopper, and it's 0-1. Koshansky hit 36 home runs during the regular season, only 2 at AA in 13 games. The rest of those home runs came from Single A Asheville. Skipped over California League. Probably be starting next year at first base for the Drillers, at least for the opening part of the season. Here's the 0-1 from Weaver, and the fastball is down and outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. In the 2nd inning, Koshansky got his only at-bat and struck out swinging. I remember Sean Barker's on deck. Also a strikeout victim against Weaver. Weaver, leg kick, the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed off speed, and it's 1-2. Continuing those Major League scores, Cleveland defeated Detroit today 4-2. Indians got homers from Coco Crisp, Casey Blake, and Aaron Boone. Bob Wickman saved his 37th. The pitch to Koshansky, grounded at first. Morales down to a knee to pick it up. Runs to the base for the unassisted putout. There's 1 gone at the top of the 4th. So that win for the Indians has tied them with the Yankees for the American League wild card. Cleveland, even though they've won 4 straight, they're still 9 in back of the streaking White Sox, who've won 7 in a row. The Angels have lost 2 straight at Boston. Angels 3, Boston nothing. They're on the top of the 7th at Fenway Park. Sean Barker, the batter, one away in the top of the fourth. The Travs 3, the Drillers 1. It's the Barker fastball right by the bat, swing and a miss, 0-1. Yankees right now getting plastered by Tampa Bay, 6-0. Hendrickson holding the Yankees to only 2 hits over 6 innings. The 0-1, Barker fouls it back, a breaking ball, and it's 0-2. White Sox and the Royals, 0-0. They're in the bottom of the fifth. J.P. Howell working on a no-hitter thus far for the Royals. Only 4 innings, but still hasn't allowed a hit against one of the best teams in the game. The 0-2 to Barker. Swing and a miss. Fastball on the inside half of the plate, and Barker strikes out for the second time. That is 7 strikeouts for Weaver. Most of them coming on the fastball. Both the strikeouts to Barker have come on the heater. 2 gone after the homer by Thigpen, which led the inning off. And now Corey Slavic up to the plate. National League games in progress. Nationals hosting at the Marlins at 8-2 Florida, bottom of the 6th. Josh Beckett pitching, and he also hit a home run. Miguel Cabrera hit his 30th home run. Corey Slavic, the hitter, left-hander, doubled in the second. First pitch missed outside, and it's 1-0. Slavic back up to the plate quickly. Weaver comes home with a 1-0 pitch, and it's fouled back, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Wrapping up the scores, it's the Mets and the Cardinals, a 0-0 game of the bottom of the 4th inning. Padres hosting the Rockies. Giants have the Cubs at San Francisco all later tonight. Short schedule here on a Thursday in the majors. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Weaver, and Slavic pops it out of play, a little late on the swing. Over the bleachers at third base, and the count goes to 1-2. Drillers only 2 base hits today, but they've both been extra bases. Slavic's double in the second, and the homer by Thigpen to start the 4th. 3-1, the Travs in front. And now Weaver's leg kick, and the 1-2 is hit on the 1-hopper to shortstop. Aybar tried to backhand it. It went right through him and into left field. And Slavic will reach base. We'll wait to see the scoring call by our official scorer, Tim Cooper. Charged an error on Erick Aybar. Instead of charging the ball and playing it aggressively, Aybar let the ball play him. He backed up a little bit and tried to backhand the baseball. And could not play that one cleanly. Travs have been very good in the field during this series. That is their first error of the playoffs. Hopefully it does not come back to haunt them. The tying run is at the plate. Dan Conway, the batter, took a walk in the second. The first pitch to him is low, ball 1. Conway, in fact, has been on base all 5 plate appearances in this series. 4 times yesterday, 2 hits, 2 walks. He's now taken a walk in his last 3 times at bat. A 1-0 count here to start on Conway, 2 outs. Slavic leads off first, and the fastball is a strike on the inside corner. And it's 1-1. Slavic not very fast, but Weaver has allowed quite a few steals. He is slow to the plate. A stretch, a 1-1 pitch. Conway looks at a high slider, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Weaver leaning in. Sign accepted. Conway whirls the bat around. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball blown right by Conway. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dan Conway, with Jered Weaver attempting to end the top of the 4th and keep the score 3-1. All 4 runs in this game have come on the long ball so far. Weaver sets and delivers a 2-2. Conway takes in the dirt, ball 3. Napoli fires the throw to first and picks off Slavic. He's picked off of first base. Slavic did not slide back into the base. Morales with a backhand tag, and Napoli's perfect throw ends of the 4th inning. The pickoff goes 2-3 at first. The Drillers managed 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 error, and it didn't figure in. Nobody left. Bottom of the 4th coming up is the Travelers 3 and the Drillers 1. This is the CSN Travs Radio Network.
I never wanted a Coke in my life. Like the time I went on a shop till you drop a phone with my girlfriend. So there I am, pinballing from store to store across vast expanse of this mega mall, forced to give my opinion on her clothing choices, which she promptly ignored. I think it was from all the, yeah, that looks steak, honey, but I was parched. Only one thing was going to unparch me. A Coke. I would have cried, but I couldn't spare do it. So next time I go shopping, it'll be online. Coca-Cola. Make it real.
You know that more than 250 Arkansans are currently awaiting an organ transplant? And did you know that every 16 minutes, a new name is added to the organ transplant waiting list? You can help to reduce these numbers by registering to become an organ donor. Call the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency at 866-660-5433 or visit the Aurora website at www.arora.org to learn more. Become an organ donor. Give hope. Pig and Chick has always given you and your family the best choices in great food. Many of you are now watching those carbs, and although Pig and Chick menu has always offered great low-carb items, there's now a special low-carb menu featuring items with the same great taste Pig and Chick is famous for. Of course, you'll still find the great Pig and Chick ribs, barbecue sandwiches, catfish, gourmet sandwiches, chicken, steaks, and more. Bring the whole family for a relaxing dinner. In a hurry, get it to go. Pig and Chick, 7824 Highway 107 in Truett. Open 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
Arkansas Traveler playoff baseball moves in the bottom of the fourth inning, game 3 of the Eastern Division playoff. Travs lead the series 2-0. Travs lead this game 3-1. It was a 3-0 Traveler lead, but Drillers got a run at the top of the fourth on Judd Thigpen's third homer in as many games. Leading off the fourth for the Travelers is Kendrys Morales. Morales is 0 for 1, and he's batting left-handed. First pitch from Ubaldo Jiménez is a high fastball, and Kerry swings through it, strike one. Morales grounded out in the first. He is 2 for 9 in the series. His last hit, 3-run homer in the third inning yesterday. Game-winning hit. 0-1 pitch, got under it. High fly to center. Miller coming in right to him. Reaches up to the can of corn and makes the catch, and there's one away. Jiménez has settled down very nicely since the Napoli home run. We put this game firmly in the Travelers' pocket at the outset. At least at the moment, who knows? Ever since then, Jiménez has faced 10 hitters and only one has reached base. And that was Erick Aybar's single in the third inning, but Jiménez retired 5 in a row since after the Napoli home run. Now set down the last 4. Tommy Murphy now the batter. One away, bases empty, and a high fastball comes, and it's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to Murphy. He struck out of the first. The 1-0 pitch is a strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Quite a whirlwind last couple of weeks for Tommy Murphy. 2 game-winning grand slams. A perfect throw in the 9th inning in a critical game against Wichita. Back the Wranglers were in contention. Now the 1-1 pitch is a curve down and inside over the shoe tops, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Not only that, but birth of his second child. And as Murphy said in his own words, not that much sleep recently. After spent 4 days without sleep. The 2-1 pitch, the big curve, and that's down and in once again. Ball 3-1. Perhaps Murphy can round out his crazy 3 weeks with a trip to the Texas League Championship Series. Jiménez winds up. The 3-1 to Murphy is high. Ball 4. Second walk of the game from Jiménez. But the only walk is allowed after the Napoli home run. Standing into the plate now will be Greg Porter. Porter was a strikeout victim in the second. In fact, struck out on 4 pitches. All of them were high fastballs. Went after all but one of the pitches. Left-hand batter against the righty, and Jiménez with a high set. And the pitch is a low fastball, and it's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to Porter. He is now 3 for 8 in the series. 3 of those at-bats have finished with a strikeout. And he's also collected 3 singles, but 11 home runs during the regular season. Went 4 doubles. And here's a shot towards right field. Falls in front of Barker for a hit. Murphy will stop at second base. There's runners at first and second, only 1 away. So Porter with a hard line drive, base hit into right field. Travs' 4th base hit of the game, and now Jason Espino has an opportunity to put the Travs back up by 3 runs. I mean, the feeling right now here at Ravender Field that a team is one of confidence. Let's not get overconfident here. I mean, it is only a 2-run lead, and this Drillers ball club, they do have some power, especially when it comes to the Travs. Drillers hit 32 home runs against the Travelers, and certainly Tulsa has been led in this series by Judd Thigpen. You do not want to have Thigpen with a chance to tie the game for the Drillers or give them the lead later on with another home run. We already know he can do it. The Travs could certainly use a couple more runs here in the fourth. Espedo stands in. Murphy at second. Porter at first. And the infield playing for two, and Espedo pops the first pitch out of play over the third base bleachers, and the count is 0-1. Espedo flied out to center field in the second. He's 1 for 9 in the series. No runs batted in yet, but he's got his best chance right here. The 1 pitch is outside, a fastball missing, and it's 1-1. Now, Espedo had a lot of success against the Drillers in the regular season. He was 10 for 27. It's a .370 average in 9 games. 8 runs batted in. He's 1 for 2 against Jiménez. The right-hander, again, that high set. Now the 1-1 pitch is in the dirt, and it's swung on and missed. Strike 2. Looked like Jiménez went to that split-fingered. Espedo finished the swing down on one knee. Looks like the Drillers have sent a backup catcher, Chris Iannetta, out towards the bullpen. Nobody's warming up yet for the Drillers. But Jiménez is actually giving them a couple of strong innings here right when they needed it. But Jiménez struggled in the first, and the Travs capitalized on the 3-run homer by Napoli. 1-2 to Espedo, fouled away. Came on the fist. He popped it onto the roof right in front of right behind the plate. Still a ball and 2 strikes to Espedo. A 1-out walk to Murphy, followed by the Greg Porter single. Infield now fanned out, but they are double play depth. Outfield position for Espedo to go the opposite way. Zarnicki, the left fielder, is a few steps in. Here's Jiménez's delivery. It is low. It's 2-2. He went with that changeup, and Espedo has got to be such a tough pitch to take. I mean, it comes floating towards the plate. Looks like it's going to hang and then drop straight down. Espedo was waiting for it. Took it just under the knees. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. On deck, Mike Elworth. Stretch by Jiménez, the pitch. Change up, hit in the air towards the corner, and right field, that is down for a hit. It's up against the fence. Murphy around third, he scores. Porter is holding it third. He's through the stop sign. No throw to the plate. It's a 2-run double for Jayson Espedo. Porter went through the stop sign, and I don't think Tom Gamboa saw that the cutoff was dropped by the second baseman Nix along the right field foul line. And so there wasn't even a throw to the plate. Porter scored standing up. Trav's biggest lead was 3. They're up to a 4-run lead now, 5-1 on the 2-run double by Jayson Espedo. That's one thing the Travs have done very well in this series is answer Drillers. Every time they score, the Travs answer with more. Case in point right here. Drillers put 1 run on the 4th. Travs answer with at least 2 and a chance for more. Mike Elworth, the batter, and a first pitch strike comes on the inside edge, and it's 0-1. Elworth flied out to center in the second. Here's the pitch, and that is way outside. Blocked by Conway. Espedo trying for third. He is out by a mile. Trying to advance on what would have been a whack pitch. It won't be called a caught stealing. Fielder's choice 2-5. And Espedo didn't even bother sliding. No reason to. He was out by a good 3 or 4 feet. Conway didn't necessarily block it. And Espedo getting a round of applause as he heads back into the dugout. And I think the fans are a little more appreciative of the 2-run double rather than being recorded out as the second out of the inning. It's 1-1 to Elworth. That was a really nice play by Conway. Dug that pitch out of the dirt, backhand, a perfect throw. Pitch to Elworth, backs him off. Right around the chin, inside. Elworth turned his back to that pitch, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. The base is now empty for Elworth. It's 5-1 Arkansas. 2 runs here in the 4th. Jiménez delivers 2-1, and Elworth pops it up in a shallow center field. Tony Miller coming in for that one. He is underneath it. He makes the catch, and the Travs are done. The 2 runs come home on 2 base hits. There were no errors and nobody left. 4 innings are complete. The Travs had their biggest lead of the night, 5-1. We'll go to the top of the 5th on the CSN Travs Radio Network.
Hey, nobody said quitting smoking was easy, but others have done it, and you can too, with help from the SOS Quit line, 1-866-NOW-QUIT. They'll give you the help you need to kick the tobacco habit. It's free, and it's free of nagging and preaching, too. So call 1-866-NOW-QUIT and get the help you need. What have you got to lose? Besides the most dangerous habit you've ever had. 1-866-NOW-QUIT. Call now.
Sports fans across Arkansas, remember Jim Elder as a walking baseball encyclopedia and a legendary sports figure who was named the state's top sportscaster 11 times. But Jim was about much more than sports. He loved people, and especially he loved kids. Jim passed away in 1998, but his memory lives on through the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. Working closely with programs such as the First Tee Park and the Lamar Porterfield RBI program, the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund helps kids learn leadership, sportsmanship, and strong work ethic through sports. To learn more about the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund, go to www.jimelder.org.
Complete Game 3 of this Eastern Division playoff. So far, all in favor of the Travelers as they go for the sweep of the Tulsa Drillers. 5-1 Arkansas, their biggest lead of the game. 3 of the runs on a Mike Napoli home run in the first, the other 2 coming on Jayson Nix's double in the bottom of the fourth. Number 7 batter Dan Conway was at the plate when Corey Slavic was picked off by Napoli to end the fourth inning, and Conway will lead off the fifth. 7, 8, 9 batters with Jered Weaver throwing darts right now. He's struck out 7 in 4 innings, only 2 hits. Here's the windup and a pitch to Conway. He takes a strike over the heart of the plate, and it's 0-1. Weaver's allowed only one leadoff man to reach. The 0-1 to burn it to Conway is up high. And it's a 1 ball, 1 strike to the Driller catcher. Mention about how the Travs have answered the Drillers each time they've scored in this series. We'll illustrate that in a second. The 1-1 pitch is a little fister towards the right side and through for a base hit. Conway's been on base now in all 6 trips to the plate over this series. It's his 3rd hit, 3 walks. So leadoff man aboard for the Drillers here in the 5th. Nix coming up to the plate. The opening of this series, the Drillers got in front with a run in the first. The Travs came immediately back and put up 5 runs in the second inning, and for the most part finished the game right there. Even when Tulsa scored a run in the 5th inning that opening game, the Travs scored in the top of the 6th, though. Right there. Every time the Drillers scored, the Travs answered with 1 or more. Nix waiting. Weaver throws a strike, and it's 0-1. A good fastball over the inside corner. Yesterday, when the Drillers took a 3-1 lead with that 3-run rally in the second, Travs answer in the very next half inning with 5. 0-1 count to Nix. Nix lined out to center in the second inning. Pitch on the way, broken back ground ball towards third, cut off by Poor. The throw to second, 1-0. Kendrick's relay is in time. Rack 'em up for 2. 5-4-3. And that double play all hinged on Porter getting to the ball. He fielded it at the cut of the grass towards the hole at shortstop, his momentum carrying him to second base. He fed Kendrick with a nice throw, and Kendrick's pivot was perfect. 2 outs on 1 pitch. The base is empty, and Doug Grenier now batting. Grenier struck out of the 3rd. By the way, for Weaver, that is only the 2nd double play has been turned behind him. He did not get a lot of ground balls, strikeouts, and fly balls. Grenier takes a breaker outside, ball 1. Travelers 5, Drillers 1, top of the 5th. Game 3 of the Eastern Division playoff. Travelers leading the series 2-0. A 1-0 on the way. Grenier rips it towards left field. The Speedo chasing that, but it's over his head. They'll go up against the fence. Grenier turns the corner at first, goes towards second, and the Speedo did not field it cleanly off the fence. No chance for the throw to second base. Grenier is in there with a stand-up double. So the double play saves a run. Drillers will now need a base hit from Tony Miller to bring a run home. Miller is 0 for 2, struck out twice, 1st inning, 3rd inning, each time swinging. And a rare opportunity for Tony Miller to drive a run home. At least during the playoffs, but Miller, who was batting leadoff for most of the year, drove in 58. Against the Travelers, he drove in 17, again, mostly from the leadoff spot. Here's a stretch by Weaver, and the delivery to Miller is a called strike. Backdoor breaking ball, and it is 0-1. So Grenier at second base. The Drillers now with 4 base hits. 3 of those hits have gone for extras. Weaver's 0-1 on the way to Miller. Curve low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Miller has hit a home run off of Weaver. That was back on August the 29th. It was first inning home run. In fact, Miller led the game off with a home run. Weaver's 1-1, and Miller trying to get out of the way of the pitch. He ducked underneath it. The pitch rode up and hit the bat, and it fouled off. The pitch almost hit Miller, and Weaver gets a foul ball. So the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the 5th, and Weaver struck out 7. First time to 2 strikes in this inning. Leaning in, reading Napoli's signs. Mike flashing him out. Sign accepted. Napoli hasn't set up yet. Weaver at the stretch. And now the pitch is low and outside, a slider, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Miller. Jordan Zarnicki on deck. He also hitless. Weaver rests the glove on his left knee. Swirls the ball around. Gets the sign. Miller waits. Napoli about to set up on the outside corner. Here's the pitch. A curveball. Hit down the third base line slowly. Porter jumps and grabs it. The throw to first is in time. A good stretch by Morales. And the inning is over. Boy, Porter, he actually stepped on third base when he fielded that ball. That's how close to the foul line it was. Perfect throw ends the inning. The Drillers get 2 hits, but no runs. They strand a runner at second. We go into the bottom of the 5th. It's the Travs 5, the Drillers 1 on the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
Extra long Philly cheesesteak, new at Sonic. Only at Sonic will you find the great taste of classic cheesesteak made even better. Introducing Sonic's new extra long Philly cheesesteak. Thin sliced steak, diced onions and green peppers, and shredded cheese. Piled high and served up fast on Sonic's own extra long bun. So when you've got an extra large hunger, drive in for the new extra long Philly cheesesteak. It's not just good, it's Sonic good. Sonic now accepts all major credit cards.
Brewery, can I help you?
Hi, I just bought a 6-pack of beer, and I think there's something missing in it. There's no taste in the beer.
There's no taste.
I was hoping maybe somebody in shipping could send me flavor. Like, I'm not trying. All I want is flavor.
Sir, there's no
Is there like a flavor distribution center in my neighborhood? I'll pick it up.
No, there's no center.
I'll tell you what. I got some Miller Lite there. That'll do the trick. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a good day.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Out today and hit the links. Stone Lakes. Stone Lakes Golf Course is rated as one of the best public courses in the state, sporting beautiful bent grass greens, plus lush fairways and tees. Stone Lakes has matured over the past 3 years into a true test of golf. Stone Lakes features reasonable green speeds and 18 lake-style holes located 1 mile off I-440 on Faulkner Lake Road. Call 945-0945 for Stone Lakes or visit online at stonelakes.net.
Travelers take a 5-1 lead into the bottom of the 5th. They will look to add to this 4-run advantage over the Tulsa Drillers. And the Travs start the inning at the top of the order with Erick Aybar, Reggie Willits, and Howie Kendrick. Bill Elsworthy here tonight on CSN. Here's Jiménez with the first pitch. Aybar strokes it out back into the screen. 0-1 is the count. Well, the Travs hold on to this game. 4-run lead right now, looking pretty good the way Jered Weaver's pitching, the way this team is fielding. Championship Series does not start until Monday, so the team get a couple of days off. Jiménez, 0-1 pitch to Aybar, is hit on the ground towards first and missed by Koshansky. Snapped at it. It went down the first base line. Aybar turns the corner, looking for second. No throw. He's into second base. We'll wait to see the scoring on that plate. And Cooper, the official score, will rule one shortly. And Cooper puts the thumbs up and says that is a double. A double for Erick Aybar, his second base hit of the game. Ball wasn't hit all that hard, but it was skipping along that first base line, and it skid underneath Koshansky's glove as he reached out for that ball and really tried to stab at it. He didn't reach out so much, or more kind of poking at the ball. And Aybar into second base easy, so the Travs have a golden chance here to get on top by 5. Reggie Willits, the batter, in a possible sacrifice situation. Driller bullpen scatters and starts to work. We'll let you know who's warming up. Jiménez delivers. Willits does not square. He takes the first pitch over the outside corner for strike one. It's a right-hander warming up in the Driller bullpen. And it's just Songster getting loose. Drillers usually save Songster for when they have a lead. Right now, the Drillers haven't had many leads in this series. They've only had two, and the Trends are leading in Game 3 with a chance to sweep. 0-1. Wills bunts it foul in the air into the third row of the third base seats. Catch made by Fan. Give that Fan a round of applause. He's sitting by himself. Anyone that comes out to playoff baseball by himself deserves a round of applause, whether he makes the catch or not. 0-2 the count on Willits. Reggie singled in the first, popped down on the third. He'll be swinging away here. Aybar at second. The shortstop Bernier close to him. Here's a fastball up high, and it's ball 1. 1-2 on Willits. Howie Kendrick on deck, then Mike Napoli. Ubaldo Jiménez has allowed 5 runs, all earned on 6 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. And Willits did score the first Traveler run at the front end of a Napoli 3-run homer in the first inning. Glance at second. Jiménez deals to Willits, and he stays alive, slapping it over the bleachers, and it's still 1 ball, 2 strikes. If the team wins this game, eventually there'll be a couple of days off. Sunday would be treated as a travel day, probably late in the afternoon or early evening. Remember, you're going out to the West Division, which is all Texas. You're going out to two of the further cities in San Antonio or Midland, either of them about a 10-hour drive. One city a little more fun than the other. There's a turn by Jiménez to second, no throw. Certainly either one of those hounds would be a little excited to have championship baseball. You kind of wonder about Midland with all the support of high school football there. This high school football season, of course. 1-2 to Willits. Fouled over the bleachers again. Popped it up. Still 1-2. The Missions have had quite a lot of success in postseason recently. They went back-to-back league titles, 2002 and 2003. Midland had a hand in only one championship. That was back in 1975. They had to split the championship series due to some storms. They split it with the then Lafayette Drillers, who moved to Tulsa next year. 1-2 Willits, a high fly ball, deep right field. Back to the fence it goes. It is off the wall. Aybar on his way around third. He's sprinting to the plate. There's no throw home. He is home. A double for Willits. It's 6-1. Right off the top of the right field fence, Reggie Willits, who hit just 2 homers in the regular season, was about a foot or 2 away from hitting another home run. But instead, the Travs go back-to-back with doubles in the 5th inning, and that will knock Ubaldo Jiménez out of the game. Tom Runnels, the Drillers manager, has appeared from the dugout. He walks to the pitcher's mound, joined by his catcher Conway, corner infielders Slavic and Koshansky also coming over. And Songster making his way in from the bullpen. So the Drillers have a starting pitcher, Ubaldo Jiménez, knocked out. Nobody out in the 5th inning. It is 6-1 Arkansas. And trying for a big rally in the 5th. We'll come back for the remainder of the 5th inning after this 60-second break on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
The Arkansas Razorbacks are looking to make it back to the Bowls this year. Hi, this is Ron Calcagney. Join me for the 3rd year in a row right here on CSN for the Arkansas Razorbacks Sports Report every week during the football season. Every week we'll give the latest news on the Razorbacks from Fayetteville, a look at the big game each week and the game plan, a flashback from the past, and interviews from the great Hogs from the past and predictions of the big game. The Razorback Sports Report every Thursday at 5:30, Friday mornings at 8:30, Friday afternoons at 3:30, and Saturday mornings at 6:30. During the football season right here on CSN, the Creative Sports Network.
Judge Songster comes in from the bullpen. It's Songster's first appearance of this playoff series. A right-hander had a lot of success as a setup man for the Drillers during the regular season. Songster, in 50 games, had a 3-2 record, no saves. He had a .210 earned run average. and allowed a batting average against him only .217. But the starting pitcher today, Ubaldo Jiménez, unable to get the job done. He pitched into the fifth, but did not retire a batter in the fifth inning. And the line on Jiménez not yet complete. 4 innings, 7 hits. So far, 6 runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. He allowed 1 home run, no wild pitches. He is responsible for Reggie Willits, who's standing at second base, so he could be charged with as many as 7 runs. 6-1 Arkansas. 5-run lead is the biggest of the game. And here's Howie Kendrick up to the plate. Kendrick walked in the first and scored. Kendrick struck out swinging against Jiménez in the 3rd inning. Willits away from second base. It's for near the shortstop right behind him. Songster steps off. Judd Songster is 6'3", 195 pounds. He's from North Platte, Nebraska. Set position at the letters, the kick, and in the first pitch to Kendrick, off speed and a swing and a miss. The count is 0-1 on Kendrick. So as I mentioned, Songster usually reserved for when the Drillers have a lead late in the game. Seen him pitch in the 7th and 8th innings before. The Drillers haven't had many, in fact, any late inning leads in this series, so they haven't been able to use Songster where Runnels would rather use him. They bring in almost an emergency spot. Drillers can't afford to let the Travs score another run here. 6-1 Arkansas. The way Jered Weaver is pitching, a 5-run lead may be enough. 0-1 to Kendrick, holding to that high. The stretch Songster's 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. An off-speed pitch. And it goes to 0-2. A couple of off-speed as that Kendrick in front of them each time. Songster leans in, the ball behind the back. Willits leads away from the base. Nix now holding him up from second. The 0-2 to Kendrick. He swings and misses at a ball in the dirt. He'll try to run to first base. Conway blocked that, and it rolled in front of the plate, and Conway will pick it up, throw to first to complete strikeout. Second strikeout of Kendrick. And there's 1 away at 5th inning. Now Mike Napoli coming up to the plate. Napoli's first swing of the game came on a 2-0 pitch in the 1st inning, and he hammered a fastball onto Rick's Armory. I mean, we lost track of that ball. We thought it went over the scoreboard, and it certainly did go over the scoreboard, but after it was rising out of the ballpark, I mean, everybody just lost track of it. Napoli then struck out of the 3rd. Here's a pitch, and it's high and tight, ball 1. Starting to get used to those Napoli home runs. High fly balls that once they leave the park, you just lose sight of it. There's been a couple of balls that look like they're going to get out of the park, but he hits them so high, sometimes they don't have the chance to go deep enough. A 1 pitch is low, and a 2 balls, no strikes. That's the count Napoli homered on in the 1st inning. On deck is Kendrys Morales. Let's see if Songster gives in on a 2-0 pitch. Willits leads from second, 1 out. Songster throws it. Napoli takes it low. He did not give in. He went to the split finger. It's 3 balls, no strikes. Napoli took 88 walks in the regular season. None in this series yet. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Runner going for third. It's low. Throw to third is late, and a steal for Willits. He surprised everybody. That's ball 4, so there's runners at first and third base for Kendrys Morales.
First baseman, Kendrys Morales.
Well, I tell you what, Morales could put almost an end to this game with 1 swing of the bat. Kendrys homered yesterday, a 3-run shot. He's gone 0 for 2 today. Morales grounded out of the 1st inning following Napoli's home run. Then Kendrys led up the 4th and flied out to center. Kendrys smoothing out the dirt on the left-hand side of the batter's box. Conway, the catcher, signaling to the infielders with men at the corners. Willits at third, Napoli at first. And Morales standing in at the plate. Waves the bat under his knees, brings it back, and Songster is ready. The right-hander deal. And Kendrys swings and misses. Hard swing and a hard fastball, and the pitcher won that battle. It's 0-1. Morales back into the plate. 306 in the regular season in 74 games for the Traps. 17 home runs, 54 RBI. 2 for 10 this series. The 0-1 is low, and it's a ball and a strike. Morales will be taking part in the Arizona Fall League during the offseason along with Jered Weaver. Also, David Austin will be going out to the Fall League. Kendry waiting. This is the 1-1 pitch. He swings and drives it to deep center field. Look out, interstate. It is on. 3-run homer for Kendrys Morales. Stick a fork in him. A rising shot to the top of the screen monster in dead center field. It is 9-1. A 4-run fifth inning has given the Traps an 8-run lead. That closes the door on Jiménez. Jiménez is charged with 7 runs. In 4 innings, they are all earned, and now Songster gives up 2 runs of his own. On the second 3-run homer by Kendrys Morales in as many days. Now Tommy Murphy is up at plate. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. Is there any doubt any longer? I don't think so. 9-1, and they're not even yet through the 5th inning. Here's Songster's 0-1 pitch, and that is outside, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Songster, one of the best setup men of the Texas League. He's only allowed 5 home runs in 50 games this year. And now the 1-1 to Murphy. He swings and ropes it foul toward the Optimist dugout, the last section of seats. Along the first base line, it's 1-2. The ball did not get into the seats. It hit off the fence. So the Traps with a pair of 3-run homers in this inning. They've now hit 6 home runs in the series. Scored 15 runs on the homers. Murphy, a dribbler along the first base line. Koshansky fields it. Right next to him is Songster. He flips over to him, and it's in time for the out. 3-1 goes out number 2, and Greg Porter comes up. Porter coming up. Well, the drillers, some of them who were left over from last season, they must feel like this is a broken record. Last year, the Drillers won the first half of the East Division. With a 38-31 record. They slumped in the second half and finished 4 games under. They were swept in that first-round series by the Frisco Rough Riders, a team that got hot at the right time. Of course, the Riders ended up winning the championship. Here's a pitch to Porter. He takes it low, and it's ball 1. Porter singled to right field his last time up. He would later score. He's 1 for 2. So Drillers this year, almost the same thing. Win the first half, slump in the second half. They're down 2 games to none of the playoffs. Pitch to Porter, cut it a miss. Good swing at that fastball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. And that story goes right down to a team that gets hot at the right time. Traps got extremely hot and off. 1-1 to Porter, popped out of play over the bleachers at third. It is 1-2. Now the Traps, remember, they had lost 6 games in a row going into the season finale. And it looked like they may go into the playoffs on a 7-game losing streak. But boy, did they break out last Sunday, 18-9 over Springfield. They just carried that wave into the playoffs. The pitch to Porter is swung on and missed. The inning is over. So the Traps put up 4 runs in their biggest inning of the game. 4 runs, 3 hits. Nobody left after 5 in Game 3. It's the Travelers 9 and the Drillers 1. Now this on CSN from Central Office Products.
When it comes to a full line of office products, the name is Central Office Products, 4412 MacArthur Drive in North Little Rock. They've been in business on MacArthur Drive for 23 years. They give free delivery anywhere in Central Arkansas. They have office furniture, office supplies, scratch and dent furniture, and they're family owned and operated. Give them a call today at 758-1050 or see them on the website at www.centralofficepro.com.
It has a legendary reputation for reliability, durability, and quality. It's been named to Car and Driver's 10 Best list 18 times. It was the first gasoline-powered production automobile to be certified as a low-emission vehicle in the U.S. And the best part is, it's used.
Proof that how you start out in life is a good indication of how far you'll go. Honda certified used cars. See, it may be used, but it's still a Honda.
Vail Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway, Little Rock. Why do people statewide across the state of Arkansas like CSN? Here's Gary Coates, general manager and owner of affiliate KBJT in Fordyce.
Well, I like it because it's Arkansas-oriented. You know, the things that that CSN carries are always, from within the state, and for the most part, and it's a real big help to our broadcast schedule.
CSN now in her 27th year.
The Travs have a commanding 9-1 lead, Game 3 of the playoffs. And they're in the top of the 6th inning. Jered Weaver returns to the mound. It'll be the number 2 batter, Jordan Zarnicki, leading off. Weaver, who over 5 innings has allowed just 4 hits, striking out 7. The pitch Zarnicki is hit foul, very deep, but foul by a good 50 feet. It leaves the ballpark and hits off the brick wall of Rick's Armory, but foul, as I said, by quite a bit. It's 0-1 to Zarnicki. Zarnicki is 0 for 2. He's flying to lefty, is struck out. Weaver steps back and delivers the 0-1 pitch. And it's off speed. It's down and in. 1-1 to Zarnicki. Judd Thigpen on deck. Then it'll be Joe Koshansky. And here's the 1-1 from Weaver. It is swung on and fouled straight back. It's 1-2. And a home run once again is lifting the Travs to a rather large lead. Remember that 18-9 win over the Springfield Cardinals in the season finale? 3 homers in that game. We got 2 tonight. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's chopped off the plate towards third. Porter fields it in fair territory. Winds up, fire too late, and infield single for Zarnicki. Porter played very well at third base today, and there really wasn't anything else he could have done on that one. Fielded it right behind the base. Throw was a hard throw, right on the money. And base hit number 5 for the Tulsa Drillers. That is the second single of the game. Leadoff man aboard for the 3rd consecutive inning. Thigpen the batter, right-handed. Homer's last time up. Weaver's pitch is inside. It's ball 1. The Travs pretty darn close to sweeping this series. Getting a couple days off before the championship starts Monday in the West Division. 1-0 to Thigpen is outside, ball 2. 2-0. Thigpen hit the ball hard twice, so he has only 1 hit to show for it. Jason Espino gave the fans their first reason this year with a diving catch on Thigpen's line drive in the 1st inning. Here's a 2-0 pitch, and a swing and a miss as Thigpen swings for the downs, and it's 2-1. And Thigpen homered on a 1-2 hanging breaking ball to lead off the 4th. Napoli out to the mound for a quick talk with Weaver. Updating the score in San Antonio. Midland now ahead 5-2. They're in the bottom of the 6th, and the Missions are hitting. San Antonio won the first game. The Missions took yesterday, and they're ahead by 3 now. Now a 2-1 to Thigpen is swung on and missed again. Fastball around the letters inside. Weaver peppering that inside part of the plate, or a little bit further in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way, fouled behind the press box. Still 2-2. We don't know who would start the opening game of the playoffs. Remember, the Travs we've been using a 5-man rotation for this series. Daniel Davidson and Willie Collazo were scheduled to start for games 4 and 5, but that may not occur anyway. 2-2 to Thigpen is popped up behind the press box again, out of play. And it's still 2-2. Now, Stephen Shell started the opening game of this series for the Travs. You'd imagine Shell may start the opening game of the championship series, if that's where the Travs end up. I don't know about you, but I'm not the kind of person who likes to count those chickens before they hatch. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and it's popped up again behind the plate. Napoli chasing it toward the fence, but that is on the roof. Not only do I not like to not count my chickens before they hatch, I don't like to pluck them before they're dead. So let's wait until the end of this game, until the post-game show, to talk a little bit more about the championship series, if you don't mind. Weaver ready, and another 2-2. Swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 8. He put a slider under the knees of Thigpen, and after fouling off 3 consecutive fastballs, could not handle the slider, so Weaver strikes out his 8th of the game, and there's 1 gone in the top half of the 6th inning. Now it's Joe Koshansky standing in. Koshansky's 0 for 2 today. 3 for 11 in the series. Had hits his first 2 at-bats of the series, and only 1 over the last 9. Left-hand batter, Weaver the right-hander. Pitch on the way, and it's in the dirt. Nice block by Napoli, and that'll hold Zarnicki at first. 1-0. The score in the top of the 6th inning is the Arkansas Travelers 9 and the Tulsa Drillers 1. Trav got ahead early today with a Mike Napoli first inning 3-run homer. Drillers got within 2 on Judd Thigpen's homer to start the 4th, but the Travelers scored 6 runs since that Thigpen homer. A 1-0 pitch to Koshansky, hit in the air to deep right field. That one a laser shot. It is gone. It's a 2-run homer. So Koshansky, with 38 home runs in the regular season, 36 of them at single A, hits his first of the playoffs, and that brings the Drillers back within 6, 9-3. So all 3 of the Driller runs have come on homers. Koshansky able to turn on that fastball, and that's a bona fide minor league power hitter. 1 away, the base is empty now for Sean Barker. Barker struck out twice. In fact, all 2 of the strikeouts coming on 3 pitches each time. First pitch here is high, and he takes ball 1. The 6th inning has been in a problem inning for Weaver. I think I was trying to say problematic. A little tongue-tied. Here's a 1-0 pitch. And a check swing. Went around, strike 1. Fastball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Weaver's 6th inning ERA was 8.31. 6 irons. It was 4 runs and 4 1/3 innings in a 6th. The 1-1 to Barker. Swing and a miss. 1-2. They take the last 2 starts for Weaver. Each time he cruised into the 6th. Last time against the Drillers, 29th of August. 4 straight hits in the 6th inning. They all would score, and he would lose by 1 run. 1-2 to Barker. A slider outside. Close pitch there. 2-2. Last start for Weaver. September 3rd, he gave up another run in the 6th inning, though it was unearned. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Barker, and it's low, and a close one, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 6th inning, once again, a little bit of a problem inning for Weaver, but remember, he comes into this inning with an 8-run lead. You'd rather see him allow a home run than a walk. 3-2 pitch, a swing and a pop-up, and that'll drift over to the roof at first base, way out of play. The inning started with an infield single by Jordan Zarnicki, just barely beat a throw from third baseman Greg Porter. Good play there by Porter, but Zarnicki legged it out. After a strikeout, Koshansky hits a 2-run bomb. Now it's 3-2 on Barker. Weaver trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. The pitch, foul back. Barker hasn't been able to catch up with a fastball against Weaver. He's been unable to get around him. That's what Weaver came with right there. Still, Barker got a little piece of it. Pitch, a little bit of missed outside, ball 4. That was a close one. Barker checks the swing, gets the call. He goes to first. And that is just a second walk from Weaver. Now the Drillers have a runner at first, 1 away in the 6th. Also trying to rally back into this game. Trav lead was 9-1 at the start of the 6th inning. It's now 9-3. Slavic, the batter, has been on base twice, reaching on a double and an error. And the first pitch breaking ball low, 1-0. Slavic's double came in the second. Hit off the right field fence. He did not score. Reach on an error by Erick Aybar, shortstop in the fourth inning, when he get picked off by Mike Napoli. Time called, and there goes Keith Comstock out to the mound. Comstock going to talk with Jered Weaver, and we will pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Creative Sports Radio Network, your home for Traveler Baseball. Phil Elson with you at Ray Winter Field from Little Rock. It's the Arkansas Travelers, the Tulsa Drillers in Game 3 of the Eastern Division playoff. Travs lead the series 2-0. The best of 5. A win today gives the Travs a berth in the championship series for the first time since 2001. A 9-3 Trav advantage for the Drillers trying to get back into this game. They've had a 2-run homer hit by Joe Koshansky here in the 6th inning. Jered Weaver then walks Sean Barker. Now it's 1-0 to Corey Slavic, and Keith Comstock back in the dugout. Slavic, a left-hand batter, bouncing the bat off shoulders. He reaches for a 1-0 pitch and fouls it off, and it's 1-1. Travs have turned a double play today, and Slavic hit into one yesterday. Doctor orders one here, and the 1-1 pitch to Slavic is high and outside. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Travs turned more double plays than any team in the league this year. In fact, they've turned more double plays than any double-A team. 174. The 2-1 pitch to Slavic. He swings and fouls it in the air behind the plate over the roof, and it's now 2-2. How much better were the Travs at turning a double play than the rest of the league? Well, the other team that finished second in double plays, they turned 16 double plays less. That was Frisco. A 2-2 pitch. Grounded foul off the end of the bat. A dribbler that dives up against the third base coach and manager of the Drillers. Tom Ruddles flips the ball back into his own dugout. Rackley, the plate umpire, dusts off the plate, and Slavic steps back in. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now for the first time today, there's action in the Traveler bullpen. Weaver to the stretch. And now to the plate, a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 9. For the third start in a row, Weaver strikes out 9 batters. I mean, look at that. 3 starts in a row, 27 strikeouts. And he hasn't pitched into the 7th inning in either of those games. I mean, that just says something how dominating Weaver can be, at least at this level, against some batters. He has been dominating against single-A hitters and trying to get to much tougher here at Double-A. 2 outs, both outs here in the 6th on K. Dan Conway now the batter, right-handed. Runner at first. First pitch, down and in, ball 1. Currently warming up in the Traveler bullpen is Matt Wilhite. Wilhite, part of a triumvirate of 3 Traveler relievers that pitched the 7th inning yesterday. 3 pitchers each got 1 out in that inning. 1-0 to Conway is fouled back, and it's a ball and a strike. Now, Conway getting his 7th plate appearance of this series, and he still has not been retired yet. Today, a 2nd inning walk and a 5th inning single to right. Weaver could make it a clean 6 innings by retiring Conway right here. And a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Conway takes ball 2 up around the armpit, but inside. Count goes to 2-1. Travs 9, Drillers 3. Top half of the 6th inning. 2 outs. 2-1 to Conway. Foul. Upper deck. Or around the first base seats. You know, I should never use the term upper deck at Ray Winter Field. We have one deck. A deck. The upper deck is the roof. No one watches the game from up there. That was at the last row of the grandstands. Better way to describe that. 2-2 count to Conway. Weaver trying to strike out the side. The pitch. A little bit inside. Another close one. And the count goes full. It's 3-2. And that means Barker, the runner at first, gets a head start. Morales, who's holding him on, he'll play behind the runner. Could be it for Weaver if he gets the out. To the stretch. Now to the plate. The 3-2 pitch is grounded to shortstop. Aybar is up with that one. He will take his time. He will flip to first. He will get the out, and the inning is over. The Drillers put up 2 runs in the 6th inning on 2 base hits. There was 1 man left. We move into the bottom of the 6th inning, Game 3, and the Travelers leading 9-3 on the TSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
Fact. Only Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville offers a 3,000-mile warranty on every used vehicle. Fact. Only Gwatney Chevrolet puts a brand new set of tires on every used vehicle. Fact. Only Gwatney Chevrolet puts a bed liner in every used truck. Fact. Only Gwatney Chevrolet offers a certificate of assurance that every used vehicle is good enough for a mom to drive. Fact. Only at Gwatney Chevrolet will you get the new car smell without the new car price. Fact. Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville is the only place to shop for new and used.
An accident involving a large truck can cause a lot of damage. If you're injured, you need a law firm that knows what they're doing. And while facts differ and results vary, we've had a verdict as large as $12.5 million in a single tractor-trailer case. Put this experience on your side. Call us at Gary Eubanks & Associates. We'll win your case, or you don't owe us a dime.
AmeriPride Services is the linen and apparel company to get your team into a professional uniform program. AmeriPride features a wide range of high-quality custom programs for the manufacturing industry, hospitality and food service, medical or dental uniforms, and professional and executive wear. Call 664-5575 to schedule a presentation with an AmeriPride consultant. Also specializing in the finest quality table linens, rental mats, and restroom services. Call 664-5575 for AmeriPride, the official garment supplier of the Arkansas Travelers.
Arkansas Traveler Baseball is brought to you by Miller Lite. And since it looks like there's a good chance that Travs may have some more baseball coming up next week, remember, there's always an ice-cold can of Miller Lite with your name on it at Ray Winterfield. Well, it doesn't really have your name on it. It has Mr. Miller's name on it. And it's always a good call for baseball in Little Rock. Traveler Baseball here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Arkansas Travelers 9, the Tulsa Drillers 3. I'm Phil Elson with you here on the CSN Radio Network. Chris Rhodes doing a great job back at the studios. Fans are feeling pretty good right now. Travs up by 6 runs. They had an 8-run lead before the Drillers got a 2-run homer from Joe Koshansky in the 6th inning. And now the Travs will take aim once again against Judge Songster. Songster gave up a 3-run homer to Kendrys Morales in the 5th inning. Songster was charged with 2 runs on that homer. The other run was charged to the starter, Ubaldo Jiménez. Jayson Nix to lead off the 6th inning against his 3rd at-bat of the night. Left-hand batter against the righty. Songster comes from the stretch. Here's a pitch, and Nix swings, hits a high fly to shallow center field. Miller stopped in his tracks after a couple of steps, now drifts in 2 more and makes a catch. 1 pitch, 1 out, and Jayson Nix is 1 for 3. There was 1 base hit. A big 2-run double back in the 4th inning that put Travs up by 4 runs. And a 4-run rally in the 3rd made it an 8-run lead. It's now down to 6. Mike Napoli coming up. And this is Mike Elward, one of the 2 Mikes in the lineup. Mike Napoli, he would be batting 5th after Elward. He makes it on base here. Elward twice has flat to center field. He's 0 for 2. Hitless over the series, 0 for 5. Right-hand batter, he holds the bat very low these days and takes a strike from Songster over the inside corner. There is still action in the Traveler bullpen, but instead of Matt Wilhite warming up, it is Vaughn Sturtzbach loose. And so it appears that Jered Weaver may not be coming out for the 7th inning. Here's the 0-1. Elward takes down and inside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Erick Aybar waiting in the on-deck circle. Infield and outfield straight away. Garnicke left you a little bit closer towards the gap in center. Pitch is popped up towards the seats at first. Conway jogging over to the warning track, but that is on the roof. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mike Elward. Most of the damage today has come from the top to the middle of the order. Well, you did have Jayson Nix knocking a couple of runs home in the 4th inning. Strength in the 1-2 to Elward is a high fastball. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just announced the score in the game in San Antonio. Website I'm looking at tells me Midland leads 5-2, and they're in the 7th inning. Base is empty for Elwood. 1 out in the 6th inning, and he fouls one straight over the press box. And it's still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Travs will put up 8 base hits today. There's been only one Traveler not on base yet, and that is Elwood. Everybody else has either walked or reached with a hit. The 2-2 count, Songster ready. The leg kick, delivery, and Elwood smacks a high fly right field, not deep. Parker a few steps in. He reaches up and puts away out number 2. Well, just as Ubaldo Jiménez retired 5 in a row after Napoli's 3-run homer, Songster has retired 4 in a row since Kendrys Morales' 3-run homer. Top of the order for the 4th time today, Erick Aybar strides to the plate. The shortstop is 2 for 3. A fly to right, a single and a steal, and a double and a run scored. His bat left-handed against the righty Songster as the sign. And the first pitch to Erick is hit between third and shortstop. Is stopped by Bernier on a dive attempt. Just gets to his feet and holds on to the ball. Infield single for Erick Aybar, his 3rd of this game. Now it's 8 bases in the series over just 13 at-bats. Nor did Erick Aybar ever get on fire during the final month of the regular season. And it's carried into the playoffs as well. Aybar during the month of August hit .383, which was 73 points higher than any other month during the season. Now playoffs, 8 for 13. Willits batter, Reggie is 2 for 3 and turns on a pitch and grounds it foul outside first base. It's 0-1. Willits today singled and scored a run in the first. He topped out in the 3rd inning. Doubled Aybar home after Erick's leadoff double in the 5th, where Willits would later score on the Morales homer. So Willits has crossed plate on 2 3-run homers today. All he's had to do is just get on base. An 0-1 count, and the delivery is right down the pipe. It's 0-2. Fastball, and Willits left the bat on the shoulders. No balls, 2 strikes on Willits. The Travs 9, the Drillers 3. Aybar leading off, not very aggressive right now. He was extremely aggressive back in the 5th inning. There's a throw by Songster to first, which chased Aybar back on his feet. Willits stepping back in as Songster's slowed things down a little bit here in the 6th inning. Through the stretch is Songster. Out of the plate, and Willits got a small piece of the baseball, maybe off the tip of the bat, and fouled it. Count still 0-2 on Reggie Willits. Mentioned the Angels today. They're ahead of the Red Sox 3-0 in the bottom of the 9th inning. A critical win for the Angels, considering how well Oakland is played these days. They came back from down by 4 in the 9th inning to win yesterday. 0-2 pitch to Willits is a high fastball, and it's 1-2. Tampa Bay defeated the Yankees. It's a 7-4 final score. Stretched by Songster. The pitch to Willits is high and tight. Snapped out to first from his knees. The catcher Conway got it to first, but not in time. Aybar danced on the tag of Koshansky. It's 2-2. No other final scores have come in yet. They just got underway at San Francisco, and their Cubs score before the Giants even come to the plate. 1-0 Chicago. San Diego and the Rockies, top of the 2nd, 0-0. Cardinals leading the Mets 5-0 in the 7th. 2 homers for Albert Pujols. Another 2-2 pitch to Willits. He swings and grounds it foul. A good 5 feet outside first base. It's still 2-2. Florida trying to finish off the Washington Nationals. It's 8-3 Marlins in the 9th inning. Early today, the Pittsburgh Pirates defeated Arizona in 12 innings, 8-7. Jason Bay and Craig Wilson each with a home run. Tony Clark hit 2 for the Diamondbacks. Luis Torrero hit his 4th. The stretch by Songster. And another 2-2 with Aybar running. Willits swings and misses over the changeup, and the inning is over. For the Travelers in the 6th inning, not much. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. 6 innings are complete in Game 3 of the Eastern Division playoff. It's the Travelers 9 and the Drillers 3 on the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
Faucets leaking, termites feasting, fishing, tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into the other book, not the other book. Fences, gates, inline skates, artists, posers, florists, grocers, water coolers, bakers, jewelers, everything from A to Z. Duct tape, landscape, sit-down mowers, dentists, faulty uppers, lowers, wholesale, retail, bond mail, wide whale. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into the yellow book. Let your fingers walk into the yellow book, not the other book.
To place your ad at people's fingertips, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-time trip and discover Arkansas. National Great Weekend Special is just what you need for a trip to the Ozarks. Or get your friends together and rent a van to historic Eureka Springs. National offers a wide choice of sizes and styles, from luxury cars to vans and sport utility vehicles. Unlimited mileage rates are available. National Car Rental has 2 convenient locations, Little Rock Airport and North Little Rock at 3919 Park Avenue. See National Car Rental's ad in the yellow pages. Go your own way with National Car Rental.
The Arkansas Travelers, the Tulsa Drillers, have played 6 innings in Game 3 of the Eastern Division playoff, with the Travs leading the series 2 games to none, and the Travs leading Game 3 9-3. Totals for the Drillers are 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Tulsa today is stranded 4. For the Travs, it's 9 runs on 9 hits, 1 error, and they've stranded just 2. Travelers bring Vaughn Sturtzbach from the bullpen to start the 7th inning, so Jered Weaver goes 6 strong innings today. Jayson Nix leads off, and Sturtzbach starts with a fastball low and inside, 1-0. Sturtzbach appearing in his first time during the playoffs. He pitched in the finale of the regular season at Springfield. The 1-0 pitch is low, and it's 2-0 to Nix. Nix is 0 for 2. He's lined to center, hit into a double play. Bernier on deck, then Tony Miller as the 2-0 comes and misses inside, ball 3, and it's 3-0. Sturtzbach's lined up. His 3-0 pitch is right down the middle for a strike. Sturtzbach during the regular season was trap closer for the first half. Here's the 3-1, and he hit him with a pitch. It didn't hit him. Looked like it may have hit him. It was a fastball towards the feet of the batter, and apparently Nix got out of the way. But it's ball 4 anyway. Nix takes first base on the leadoff walk. During the regular season, Sturtzbach walked 25 in 51 2/3 innings. Remember, he was on the disabled list for a little over a month, strained right forearm muscle. Since coming back from the disabled list, he made 4 appearances, allowed 9 hits in 8 innings. 4 walks, however. Still, the walks have been a little problem for Sturtzbach. Runner at first is Nix. Doug Bernier, the batter. He's 1 for 2. Doubled his last time to the plate. Sturtzbach starts. A fastball over the knees, a strike, and it's 0-1. David Austin is going to start warming up in the Traveler bullpen soon. Sturtzbach trying to get through the 7th. Austin may be in the 8th. 0-1 to Bernier. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Fastball rode up in the strike zone, and it moved a little bit. Sturtzbach does get that wicked movement when he's right on. Movement inside, sometimes a little inside and low to a right-handed batter. Now the stretch and the 0-2 on the way. And Bernier grounds towards shortstop. Aybar onto it. Kendrick at second. Wout the relay. Back him up. A twin killing. 6-4-3. Second double play of this ball game turned by the Travs. With the exception of Erick Aybar's error back in the 4th inning, the Travs have played a standout defensive game. And even Aybar's error didn't hurt the team at all because Slavic, who reached on the air, was promptly picked off by Mike Napoli. 2 outs, and Tony Miller, the batter, he takes a curve low. It's ball 1, 1-0. Now a final out of Washington. The Marlins win 8-4. Josh Beckett, the winner, he also homered. Sturcock winds, delivers, and it's a strike at 1-1. Off speed, and Miller took it right down the middle. Tony Miller is 0 for 3. He is 1 for 11 in this series with 5 strikeouts. That's a huge part to the Travs' success in this series. Here's a ground ball to short. Aybar charging, throws off balance to first on the money, inning over. Sturcock walks the leadoff batter. That's all the Drillers get. Double play and a ground out put an end to the top of the 7th. Time to stretch him at Ray Winter Field. The Travelers 9, the Drillers 3 on Creative Sports Radio Network.
CSN is now live on the internet at csnsports.com. Click on live broadcast in the upper left-hand corner on your homepage for live play-by-play audio, not to mention all other programs CSN produces during the year. Check out our webpage with a list games today on CSN, the latest scoreboard, the latest sports headlines at csnsports.com. That's csnsports.com with live coverage worldwide on the internet. csnsports.com, bringing you closer to us than ever before.
The Arkansas Razorbacks are looking to make it back to the Bulls this year. Hi, this is Ron Calcagney. Join me for the 3rd year in a row right here on CSN for the Arkansas Razorback Sports Report every week during the football season. Every week we'll give the latest news on the Razorbacks from Fayetteville, a look at the big game each week, and a game plan, a flashback in the past, and interviews from the great Hogs from the past, and predictions of the big game. The Razorback Sports Report every Thursday at 5:30, Friday mornings at 8:30, Friday afternoons at 3:30, and Saturday mornings at 6:30. During the football season, right here on CSN, the Creative Sports Network.
We stretched him, we sang him, take me out to the ball game here at Ray Winter Field with the boys in the press box joining yours truly. I'd like to thank everybody during the season who's joined in with us for taking me out to the ball game. The Travs record 6 more outs. We'll be singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game next week during the Texas League Championship Series. It is 9-3 with the Travs leading in the bottom of 7th. They're going up against a new pitcher. The Drillers have removed Judd Songster after his 2 innings of work. And the right-hander, Eduardo Sierra, will make his 2nd appearance of the postseason. So Songster goes 2 innings, the 5th and the 6th. It gives up 2 runs on 2 base hits. One of those hits a 2-run homer hit by Kendrys Morales. Howie Kendrick will lead off the 7th inning. Takes a pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. Kendrick struck out his last 2 trips to the plate. He's also walked tonight. Here's a 1-0 pitch, and Kendrick takes a slider outside. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Sierra, hard-throwing righty from the Dominican, was traded by the Yankees to the Rockies just about a month ago when Colorado traded Sean Chacon to the Pinstripes. 2-0 to Kendrick, and here's the pitch. Ball 3, low and outside, 3-0. Saw Sierra in the opening game of the series. After Sandy Nin was hit for 6 runs in 6 innings, Sierra pitched scoreless ball in the 7th and the 8th. A 2-1 pitch, and Kendrick pulls it foul along the third baseline. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kendrick. Mike Napoli is on deck, and that'll be Kendrys Morales. Sierra delivers 2-2. Kendrick swings and misses, strikes out for the 3rd time. Another high fastball, and that seems to be where Kendrick has been susceptible today. Sierra starts this appearance. The frontwards K. Napoli now standing in. Morales after him. Each of them have hit a 3-run homer tonight. Napoli's came in the 1st inning. He's also struck out, walked, and scored since. First pitch, swing and a fly ball over 3rd, down the line, base hit. It hustles towards the corner, but Zarnicki cuts it off. He juggles the ball, bobbles it, and drops it, and Napoli gets into 2nd base on the bobble. it'll be a double for Napoli. He was turning the corner at first as soon as Zarnicki got to that baseball. And regardless of Zarnicki dropping it or not, it is a two-base hit for Mike Napoli. That's the 10th base hit for the Travelers. And their third off the Driller bullpen. Now Kendrys Morales stepping in. Morales homer to deep center his last time up. A 3-run shot. 2 of his 3 hits in this series have been a 3-run homer. Left-hand batter against the righty Sierra. And here's the pitch. A swing and a drive to deep right field. Kendrys Morales has hit another ball onto the freeway. Get out of here. It is 11-3 on the second home run of the ball game by Kendrys Morales. Goodness gracious, this team does not stop. Head red fastball, and that ball was unraveling as it made its way to Interstate 630. What a shot. I got to tell you, folks, we are being spoiled by this ball club. Absolutely spoiled rotten. Tommy Murphy steps into the plate. It's 11-3, and he fouls the pitch off. It's strike 1. I don't know if you find many other AA clubs that consistently hit the long ball like this team does. Now, we saw a great offensive team the first month of last year, and I think this ball club here may even be better than that one. The 0-1 is grounded hard to Koshansky. He fields it and runs to first and beats Murphy to the base for out number 2. Of course, that first month of 2004, we're talking about Dallas McPherson, Casey Kochman, Jeff Mathis, Nick Gorneau. They were all hitting a ton of baseball. But, I mean, this team, it's everybody. It's 1 through 9 that are helping out. It's not just the big bats like Morales, like Napoli. It's been Erick Aybar. It's been Reggie Willits, Howie Kendrick, Murphy, Porter, Espito, Elwer, Gates, Del Chiaro, everyone. Tim Duff. Pitch to Porter, backs him off. It's inside. Porter's 1 for 3, a single in the 4th inning and 2 strikeouts. 11 runs on 11 hits with the Travs pulling away here in the 7th inning. It's a 1-0 pitch, and it's outside to Porter. Ball 2, 2-0. Three more homers today. 8 of the Travs' 11 runs have come on the long ball tonight. A 2-0 pitch to Porter. He swings a high fly, shallow right. Barker playing deep. Plenty of room to come in for that one. Takes the catch, and that's the final out of the 7th inning. A 2-run homer by Kendrys Morales provides the 2 runs, 2 hits, nobody left. We go to the 8th. The Travs 11, the Drillers 3 on the Creative Sports Radio Network. Now this from the Air Force.
The Air Force is the only branch of service with its own community college. It's called the Community College of the Air Force, and it makes a difference. You see, in the Air Force, you earn college credit for learning your job. You can earn an associate's degree in one of 66 career fields. Your job experience goes farther in the Air Force. For more information, call 1-800-423-USAF or log on at airforce.com. Cross into the blue with the U.S. Air Force. No one comes close.
In the Texas League All-Star Game in 1977, on August the 4th of that year, the All-Star Game was played at Ray Winter Field in Little Rock between the Arkansas Travelers and the Texas League All-Stars. You would think that Texas League All-Stars would have the better hand of the Arkansas Travelers, but through 2 innings, it was the All-Stars leading 1-0. The All-Stars batted in the top half of the 3rd inning. Coming to the plate was El Paso catcher Pat Kelly, and this is what happened, described by the All-Star play-by-play voice of the year, Jim Elder of Little Rock.
Marvin Webb, one of the utility men, is coaching at first base. Rogers, the manager, at third. The pitch. There's a drive to left field. Hit pretty good. Lentine going back. He looks up. That ball is over the fence. A home run. So Pat Kelly has homered over the left field fence between the foul line and the scoreboard, and it is 2-0. And both the home runs have been by El Paso players. Kelly, who had hit 10 in the regular season, none against the Travelers, and his 3 teammates on the All-Star team got out there first to greet him. That was Carney Lansford, Bob Slater, and Gil Cubby.
That made the score 2-0 in the third inning. 2 Gil Kupski home runs with a Pat Kelly home run put the All-Stars on top 5-0. Arkansas scored a run in the ninth, but it wasn't enough as the Texas League All-Stars won the 1977 Texas League All-Star game at Ray Winter Field, Little Rock by the final score of 7-1 over the Arkansas Travelers. And that's tonight's Texas League All-Star Flashback, brought to you by American Gold and Silver.
New pitcher on for the Travs, Marco Sullivan, comes on for the eighth inning. Inherits an 8-run lead. The Travs 11, the Tulsa Drillers 3. Vaughn Sturzbach pitched the 7th inning. Only 1 walk, no hits, a double play. No one made it to second against him. Jordan Zarnicki leads off against O'Sullivan, and his first pitch is inside and is 1-0. Last time we saw Marco Sullivan pitch was an emergency start for the Travs in the final series in Springfield, as his 1-0 to Zarnicki missed low, and it's 2-0. O'Sullivan had a pretty rough start in that game. Took the loss, 9-4 loss to the Cardinals. Gave up 8 runs in the third. 2-0 to Zarnicki. There's a strike on the inside out. 2-1. O'Sullivan during the regular season used as a spot starter and long relief. 1-4 record and a 6.16 ERA. Here's a 2-1. Zarnicki grounds to Aybar short. Charging, loves it, throws on the run, on the money, 1 away in the 8th inning. Travs are 5 outs away from a berth in the Texas League Championship Series. Then again now is Judd Thigpen. He strokes a base hit to right on the first pitch. He's 2 for 4 now. It'll be a single. Murphy up with that clean. 6th base hit for the Drillers. You know, the Drillers in the first, that's the 7th hit for the Drillers. They've out-hit the Travs in the first 2 games of this series, 24-20. But the Travs, however, came up with the bigger of the hits. Travs, 3 home runs today. They're out homering the Drillers 7-4 in the series. Most of Trav's runs have come on the home run. Speaking of the home run, here's Joe Koshansky, and he takes a curve from O'Sullivan called strike 1. Koshansky homered to right field his last time up, a 2-run shot. That was the last run the Drillers scored. The 1 pitch is outside. It's 1-1. A couple of pitchers warming up in the Traveler bullpen. David Austin is joined by Willie Collazo. The Travs leading by 8 runs with 5 outs to go. I wonder who'll come on and get the final out, perhaps. 1-1 is inside of Koshansky. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 away here in the top of the 8th. Travs will have that one last chance to come to the plate and add to the lead. Sullivan trying to get through the 8th inning first. Here's the 2-1 to Koshansky. Checks the swing. It's under the bat. It was low, and it's 3-1. He did hold back on the swing. The appeal in his favor. No one holding Thigpen at first. Morales way behind him. The pitch is lifted towards center. Charging is Willits. He slides, gloves it, 2 outs. Well, the ball hit straight towards Willits. He didn't have to move to his right or his left. Just charged straight in for the ball. And while he slides on his backside, he makes the catch. 2 gone in the 8th inning, and Sean Barker comes to the plate. Barker walked his last time up. That was against Jered Weaver. Barker struck out his first 2 at-bats. Here's O'Sullivan's delivery, and Barker looks at strike 1. A fastball in the inside corner. Thigpen, still nobody holding him on. That'll be the remainder of the game that way. The 0-1 pitch. Barker takes strike 2 again on the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes to Sean Barker, and Marco Sullivan trying for a scoreless 8th. Travs leading by 8, needing 4 more outs. The pitch on the way, and it's fouled off bat along the right field line. It slices over the bullpen and around where the interns usually sit. It's still 0-2. O'Sullivan brings the hands together. Now brings it to the plate to Barker, and he swings and misses. Strike three. Side retired in the eighth. One hit, nobody left. No runs for the Drillers. We go to the bottom of the eighth. It's the Travs 11 and the Drillers 3 on the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
I never wanted a Coke so bad in my life. Like the time I went on a shop clean drop-a-thon with my girlfriend. So there I am, pinballing from store to store across the vast expanse of this mega mall, forced to give my opinion on her clothing choices, which she promptly ignored. I think it was from all the, yeah, that looks great, honey, but I was parched. Only one thing was going to unparch me, a Coke. I would have cried, but I couldn't spare the fluid. So next time I go shopping, it'll be online. Coca-Cola, make it real.
As an aircraft avionics technician, I repair just about any electronic component on the airplane.
Jered Weaver earned a Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Electronics Engineering Technology in 2003 and an Associate of Applied Science degree in 2002 from the ITT Technical Institute in Birmingham, Alabama.
My bachelor's from ITT Tech is a really well-respected degree. The school has a lot of hands-on teaching, and it's a really nice atmosphere.
At ITT Technical Institute, you can pursue skills that can be used to help you prepare for a new career or create opportunities in your current field. Call 1-800-ITT-TECH. That's 1-800-ITT-TECH, or visit us on the web at www.itt-tech.edu to investigate a campus nearest you. Find a potential new path to your future at ITT Tech.
I want to move higher, get everything I can, let my own plane.
ITT Technical Institute. Education for the future.
Coming into the bottom of the eighth inning, the Travs have an 11-3 lead over the Tulsa Drillers. It has the feeling, certainly the feeling, of a clinching game, and had that feeling ever since Mike Napoli hit that 3-run homer in the first inning to get the Travs ahead early. And since then, there have been 2 more homers hit, both by Kendrys Morales. And the Travs have poured it on the Drillers today. 11 runs and 11 hits. David Nix is announced into the batter's box to pinch hit as the leadoff batter in the eighth. He takes over for Jayson Nix in left field as well. Nix finished 1 for 3 with a 2-run double in the fourth inning. Ben Crockett is the new pitcher for the Drillers. Right-hander replaced Eduardo Sierra. Here's the stretch and a pitch to Gates. He swings and pops it up over third. That's into the bleachers. Foul ball makes it strike one. Well, the first time Gates came to the plate in this series, it seemed to set the tone for the series. Tuesday night, after the Drillers had a 1-0 lead, Travs loaded the bases in the second inning. And Gates hit a grand slam. 0-1 to Gates. And it's up around the wrist. It hit Gator. He drops the bat. It got him on his... I'm not sure which hand it was. Gates starts the job down the first base line, and joining him halfway, the trainer, Armando Rivas. Armando takes Gates to the base, and they'll be checking on his hand. We'll see which hand got hit there. Looking at the left hand. Gates about as tough as they come. There's no way he wants to come out of this game. Armando's checking on him for the moment. And we'll have another pinch hitter coming up to the plate. It'll be David Matranga. Crockett comes right into the game and hits the first batter that he faces. Certainly there's no tension to that. He's trying to pitch inside in what most certainly looks like his last appearance of the season. Gates still getting checked on behind first base. Rivas now turns his back and starts to walk slowly back into the dugout. Gates will take off his batting gloves and put them in his back pocket. The Gator seems to be okay. Matranga comes on to pinch hit. David, right-handed batter, resting it on his shoulders. And a pitch on the way. He lines it to left field. Zarnicki plays it and makes the catch. One away. Boy, Matranga really hit that ball hard. Matranga will not field a position. He took over for the DH, Mike Elward. Elward finishes 0 for 3. And now with Erick Aybar coming up to the plate. Aybar's had a standout game of the plate, 3 for 4. 2 singles, a double, a run scored. While he did get the only error of this game, he's also taken part in a double play. And there's a few other plays at shortstop. The bat left hit looking for his 4th hit. Crockett delivers high, and it's 1-0. Ben Crockett appeared in, I don't have him on the stats here. But you know about him in a second. Crockett's pitch is in the dirt, and it's dug out by the catcher. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Crockett appeared in 18 games during the regular season with the Drillers. No decisions, and an even 4 for an earned run average. Gates leading off of first. Koshansky is 1 step behind him. Here's the 2-0. Aybar swings, grounds it to Koshansky, plays it off to the side, flips over to second for the first out. The relay in time for a 3-6-3 double play. That'll end the 8th inning for the Arkansas Travelers. And so we will go into the 9th inning. 11-3, Travs leading 3 outs, and you're dancing in the Texas League Championship Series. We'll be back for the 9th inning after this on CSN, Travs Radio Network.
Are you tired of dealing with peeling, cracking, chipping paint, drafty houses? Then call Royal Windows and Siding right now. They can wrap your home with a blanket of insulation and add the Grand Sierra Siding from Alcoa. It's the only siding with the Good Housekeeping Seal approval. Call in now for special savings from Royal Windows and Siding. Never paint again. Call about the Grand Sierra Siding at 1-800-760-1419. Call Royal now at 1-800-760-1419.
It happens every time you open the door at Mo's South. Mo wants you to feel welcome, so every time you open the door. But that's not the reason people open Mo's door. It's because Mo knows burritos. And because Mo is fanatical about fresh food. You won't even find a freezer there because Mo makes everything from scratch. People open the door because Mo knows salad. And because you get to watch as your meal is made to order right in front of you in just a few minutes. And Mo knows quesadillas. So bring a friend. Bring the whole family. But if you don't mind, when you do come into Mo's Southwest Grill, please only open the door once.
It comes down to the 9th inning, and the Travs 3 outs away from sweeping the Tulsa Drillers out of the playoffs and earning a berth in the Texas League Championship Series. Travs have been to the Texas League Championship Series 5 previous times. They have won the series each time they've made it. Willie Collazo is the new pitcher for the Travelers, replaces Marco Sullivan, who went a scoreless 8. Corey Slavic leads up, and Collazo throws in the dirt. It's ball 1. 2 new fielders in the 9th inning. It's Tim Duff behind the plate. David Gates is in left field. Collazo with a 1-0, and it's low again to Slavic. 2 balls, no strikes. Dan Conway and Jayson Nix are to follow Slavic, who is 1 for 3. Collazo pitch is up high, and it's 3-0. Nobody warming up in the bullpen, so this inning is Collazo's to finish off. It's his 3-0 pitch, and he walks at a high fastball. 4 pitches, 4 miss in strike zone. Leadoff walk. Remember, the Drillers need 8 runs to tie this game in the 9th inning. The Travs, for all intents and purposes, put it out of reach with 6 runs in the 4th and 5th, 2 more in the 7th. Drillers last scored in the 6th, but they've used a home run for all 3 of their runs. Dan Conway the batter, and there's a strike. It's 1-1. Conway finally was retired for the first time in this series. And a ground out off Weaver in the 6th inning. That ended that inning. Right-hand batter, Collazo the lefty, fires, and it's low, a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Conway. Slavic leads off first. Morales deep behind the bag. The 1-1 pitch is a strike. It's called on the inside corner, and it's 1-2. Collazo was scheduled to pitch the 5th game of this series, but it appears we may not be going that far. Collazo will go into the bullpen for the championship series. Travs will go with a 4-man rotation. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It is swung on and missed, but it's in the dirt. Bounces off of Duff. And they're going to say that Conway is out anyway. With a runner at first, he cannot advance. But on to second base goes Slavic on the first out in ninth inning. It'll be a one pitch. One away in the ninth. Slavic at second base. Jayson Nix, the hitter. Collazo from the stretch. Nix is 0 for 2 with a walk. The first pitch is low, ball one. Collazo will forget about the runner at second, just trying to throw some strikes. The 1-0 to Nix, hit in the air, deep to left center field. David Gates streaking back for the warning track. That hits the track. It'll bounce up against the fence. Slavic scores from second base on a double by Jayson Nix, and it's 11-4. Collazo walks the leadoff batter. He scores. Does get one out in between. Doug Bernier standing into the plate. If this was a tighter game, Bernier would probably not get a chance to hit. He'd been pinch hit for in games 1 and 2 of the series, late in each of those games. Right-hand batter, Collazo the lefty. Through the stretch, now to the plate, and Bernier swings and misses at a high fastball. Strike one. 1,436 is the paid attendance tonight. Most of them have stuck around. And now the 0-1 pitch. And Bernier is hit by the pitch. Bernier goes down in a heap. I'm not sure if that got him on his arm or if it hit him in his midsection. Gets up and he's limping. Apparently it hit him in one of his legs. So Collazo's come on and has now had 3 men reach base. Perhaps going to get somebody warming up in the bullpen. It looks like Matt Wilhite. But it just says possibly something about the setup during the championship series. Collazo has struggled so much during the last month of the season. And Tom Gamboa has reluctantly decided to just bring him in when facing the left-hander. Bernier's okay. He's making his way to first. Keith Comstock visits the mound. But these days, Collazo has been elevating his fastball. His off-speed pitches have also been elevated. Hasn't really been able to set up his changeup very much, and batters have been teeing off here. An ERA almost 10 in the month of August. And here in a non-pressure situation, he walks the first batter on 4 pitches. Allows a 1-out double, and then hits Doug Bernier. So it is not Wilhite warming up. Instead, it is David Austin getting loose. We've seen Wilhite warming up earlier in the game while Jered Weaver was pitching in the 6th inning. Wilhite hasn't appeared since. Comstock finishes the convo, and it'll be Tony Miller coming up. Miller is 0 for 4. Runners at first and second. 1 out. Travs leading by 7 now, and a pitch is inside. Ball 1. Miller, 2 strikeouts, 2 groundouts. The 1-0 pitch is a strike on the inside edge, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Miller brings the bat back. Collazo throws, and it's grounded to third. Porter plays it. The throw to second. 1. Kendricks relay. This series is over. Double play. And the Travs are the East Division champions. At 9:57 Thursday, September the 8th, 2005, it is official. The Arkansas Travelers are champions of the East Division of the Texas League. They're going to the finals. Final score tonight, the Arkansas Travelers 11, the Tulsa Travelers 4. They sweep it in a 3-game series, and you can put it in the books. Out of the dugout, out of the bullpen, high fives and bunch slaps. For the 6th time in franchise history, the Arkansas Travelers are East Division champions, and they've got their ticket stamped to the Texas League Championship Series. Congratulations to the boys. An exciting season is not yet over. Also, congratulations to the Tulsa Drillers for a fine season, but for the 2nd year in a row, they are swept out of the first round of the playoffs. Handshakes for both coaching staffs as Tom Gamboa greets Tom Runnels behind the plate. They shake hands. friends for a while, and wishes of good luck from one manager to the other. The Arkansas Travelers sweep it 11-4. We will come back with the final totals next. This has been the TSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
A home run with your family tonight. Whether you're planning a meal before the game or snacks for the game, remember to include milk, cheese, and yogurt in the game plan. 3 servings a day of dairy is the right amount to help keep your body healthy. It's easy. Just look for the 3-a-day logo on your favorite calcium-rich dairy foods at your local retailer. For more information, including recipes and coupons, visit www.3aday.org. Have you had your 3-a-day today? The power of cheese.
7:42 a.m. Sonic honors a breakfast hero.
Wow, this is a hearty breakfast burrito from Sonic. Steak, egg, cheese, tots, onions, peppers in there. I love that they put steak in it, too. Gotta love steak for breakfast. I gotta hand it to Sonic. Yeah. I imagine at some point, that's just lunch and dinner stuff. Someone must have been the first person to have ordered it as part of a breakfast meal. Absolutely, yeah. I picture like a diner in like the 40s. Some guy walks in, you know, hey, why don't you start grilling me up a steak? And I know what time of day it is. Everybody's quiet as he takes the first bite of breakfast steak ever in the history of mankind. Nice. Real nice. You know, from the other side of the restaurant, one brave soul is like, I'd also like steak breakfast. Get that man a steak for breakfast.
Steak, egg, and cheese burrito. New at Sonic. Thin sliced steak, eggs, diced onions and peppers, tater tots, and melted cheese. All wrapped in a big flour tortilla. It's not just good, it's Sonic good. Sonic now accepts all major credit cards.
Brewery, can I help you?
Hi, I just bought a 6-pack of your beer, and I think there's something missing in it. There's no taste in the beer.
There's no taste?
I was hoping maybe somebody in shipping could send me flavor. Like, I'm not trying. All I want is flavor.
Sir, there's no
Is there like a flavor distribution center in my neighborhood? I'll pick it up.
No, there's no center.
I'll tell you what. I got some Miller Lights here. That'll do the trick. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a good day.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
The third base coach. He doesn't get much attention. You've never heard a third base coach groupie, have you? But he's vital to the success of the team. His experience and knowledge of the game can mean the difference between scoring a run or getting thrown out at the plate. Allstate agents play a similar role to the third base coach, although they have experience with much more than just homes. They can help with auto insurance, life insurance, and your retirement needs as well. And they'll do it without using any crazy signals. They'll help you understand the coverage options available so you can find the one that's right for you. You deserve a team with big league experience. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
To get a team with big league experience, just visit your local Allstate agent. Call 1-800-ALLSTATE or click on allstate.com. Insurance subject to availability and qualifications. Allstate Insurance Company, Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company, and Allstate Indemnity Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, nobody said quitting smoking was easy, but others have done it, and you can too, with help from the SOS Quit line, 1-866-NOW-QUIT. They'll give you the help you need to kick the tobacco habit. It's free, and it's free of nagging and preaching too. So call 1-866-NOW-QUIT and get the help you need. What have you got to lose? Besides the most dangerous habit you've ever had. 1-866-NOW-QUIT. Call now.
The fans have left the ballpark happy with the idea that this was not the last game at Ray Winder Field in the 2005 Texas League Baseball season, because the Arkansas Travelers are the champions of the East Division by virtue of a 3-0 sweep in that playoff against the Tulsa Drillers. The final score tonight was the Arkansas Travelers 11, the Tulsa Drillers 4. Here are your final totals. The Drillers scored 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors committed. They stranded 6. And the Travelers, they scored 11 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. The Travs stranded only 2. Jered Weaver went 6 innings to pick up the win. Ubaldo Jiménez lasted only 4 innings to take the loss. There were 3 homers by the Travelers. Mike Napoli, a 3-run shot on the first. It was his 3rd home run of this series. Kendrys Morales hit 2 home runs and drove in 5. 2nd and 3rd home runs of the series for Kendry. Judd Thigpen went deep for the Drillers. It was his 3rd home run of the series. He had a very good series of the plate. And Joe Koshansky had the final home run of the season for the Tulsa Drillers, his only of the playoffs. Time of game today was 2 hours 43 minutes. The attendance 1,436. Travs win at 11-4. The Texas League Championship Series will begin in the West Division on Monday night. Game 2 Tuesday. Travel day next Wednesday. And the series will complete here in Little Rock either next Thursday, Friday, or Saturday night. Coming up next, we've got the Allstate Insurance post-game report. Some highlights during the recap. The scores in the West Division of the Major Leagues. You've been listening to Arkansas Traveler Baseball on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
Arkansas Traveler Baseball on the CSN Radio Network was brought to you by the ITT Technical Institute online at itt-tech.edu, by Coca-Cola, make real, by Miller Lite, prevent taste loss with Miller Lite, and by Allstate, you're in good hands with Allstate, and by the Sonic Drive-In. Arkansas Traveler Baseball has been brought to you statewide on the Creative Sports Radio Network by Bale Honda. See the Honda cars and trucks today. By the U.S. Air Force, crossing to the blue. The Bank of the Ozarks with several locations to serve you, and by the Canadian Tax Advisory Group. Arkansas Traveler Baseball has been a presentation of CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network. Stay tuned next for the Traveler Postgame Show, right here on CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network.
Thank you, and we're back. You know, when it comes to fighting crime, he's never going to roll over. He's McGruff the Crime Dog.
Roll over. You're okay, Joy.
Thanks.
And I got 2 words to make your neighborhood safer.
Uh-huh.
Coffee cake.
Ah, the old poison coffee cake trick. The cook takes a bite, falls down to the ground.
No, it's for your neighbors.
You want to poison your neighbors?
No, never.
Oh, goodness.
No. For 25 years, I've been giving tips about preventing crime. One of them is to invite people over for a cup of coffee and share the problems you see on your street and what to do about them.
That's great.
You can invite your local police officer to help, too.
You know, I hear they're very fond of donuts.
No, that's just a myth.
Oh, well, I'd come to your doghouse for coffee cake in a safer neighborhood.
Now you're talking. You can cut down on crime by not just locking your door, but opening up to your neighbors.
Still, a 10-pound bundt cake dropped on a bad guy's foot could help.
It couldn't hurt. And going to WePrevent.org for other kids could help, too.
A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, Crime Prevention Coalition of America, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
Mom? Dad? How long should I wait for you? Mom? I'm from soccer practice. What if something happens? Will you come get me? Should I stay where I am and wait for you? Or go to Granite's house? Since it's closer. Should always pick a place for me.
There's no reason not to have a plan in case of a terrorist attack.
Mom, if you're not home, should we go to the neighbor's house? How do we keep in touch with each other if the phones don't work? Should I be worried how we all get home?
And some extremely good reasons why you should.
Can you tell me?
Everybody should have a plan. Take 5 minutes to talk about where you'll meet and how you'll get in touch with each other in an emergency. For other things you can do to be prepared, visit www.ready.gov. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and the Ad Council.
The Allstate Insurance Arkansas Traveler Postgame Show is brought to you by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate.
It is a great day to be an Arkansas Traveler. Travs pull out an 11-4 win over the Tulsa Drillers to sweep the East Division playoffs. And now the Texas League Championship Series is what the Travs have their sights set on next. But first, they got a couple of off days, in fact, 3 off days, before the opening game of the series, which will be on Monday in either Midland or San Antonio. We'll let you know what happened in the other division during the next segment. First, we need to pause 10 seconds so our stations can identify themselves. From Ray Winder Field in Little Rock, this is the Creative Sports Radio Network, your home for Arkansas Traveler Baseball. I'm Phil Elson, and thank you so much for tuning in and making Travs Playoff Baseball a part of your Thursday night. Here on the CSN Radio Network, we go to the Allstate Insurance postgame report and recap this ball game. Travs got ahead very early today against Ubaldo Jiménez, the young starting pitcher of the Tulsa Drillers, who the Travs had beaten twice this year, and they made it a third time today. Reggie Willits started things with a 1-out single in the first after Howie Kendrick could walk. Mike Napoli came to the plate, ran a count to 2 balls, no strikes. McLaughlin leaves the mound. Napoli steps back into the plate. A golden count here. 2 balls, no strikes. First and second, 1 away, and the Travs looking to grab a first-inning lead. put a real dent into the psyche to the Drillers. Here's the pitch. 2-0. Hit in the air. Deep left field. Towards the corner. If that one is fair, it is gone. It is a fair ball. And a 3-run homer for Mike Napoli. The fifth consecutive game Napoli's hit a home run if you count the last 2 games of the regular season in Springfield. Now the Travs off and running right there with a 3-0 lead. The Drillers wouldn't do much against Jered Weaver over the first 3 innings. In fact, just 2 of them reached. He struck out 6 batters over the first 11 that he faced. And then in the 4th inning, Judd Thigpen led off with a home run. Thigpen homered in all 3 games of this series, and that made the Trav lead 3-1. Started to pull away, however, in the 4th. Against Jiménez, a 1-out walk to Tommy Murphy would bring Greg Porter to the plate. Porter singled into right field, sending Murphy to second, and Jayson Nix comes up. Stretch by Jiménez, the pitch. Change up, hit in the air towards the corner in right field. That is down for a hit. It's up against the fence. Murphy around third. He scores. Porter is holding at third. He's through the stop sign. No throw to the plate. It's a 2-run double for Jayson Nix. Put the Travs ahead by a 5-1 score, and they would really start to pull away in the 5th inning against Jiménez. Erick Aybar started the inning with a double. Reggie Willits followed that with another double off the top of the right field bench, bringing Aybar home for the Travs' 6th run. Willits' double would knock Jiménez from the game. Judd Songster, one of the Drillers' top relievers, came on and struck out Howie Kendrick, the first out, and then walked Napoli on 4 pitches, which brought Kendrys Morales to the plate. Morales didn't really even get going today until this 5th inning at bat. Kendry waiting. Here's the 1-1 pitch. He swings and drives it deep center field. Look out, interstate. It is gone. 3-run homer for Kendrys Morales. Stick a fork in him. By that I meant stick a fork in the Drillers, and even though the Drillers would get a 2-run homer off of Jered Weaver by Joe Koshansky, which cut the Traveler lead in the 6th inning, they would put it away with another home run by Morales in the 7th inning. It was hit off Eduardo Sierra and a monster bomb that may have cleared the freeway and bounced onto the Fair Park neighborhood. Morales, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Willie Collazo would close it out in the 9th. We did give up a run. Jayson Nix's RBI double made the final score 11-4. And the final play of this game, it's pretty much the way I'd like to see it end. Remember, we talked about all the double plays the Travs had turned this season. They turned 3 in Game 3 of this series. And that's the way they finish it, a double play to win it 11-4. So the Travs win this one. We'll check the West Division game next on the Creative Sports Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
The third base coach. He doesn't get much attention. You've never heard of a third base coach groupie, have you? But he's vital to the success of the team. His experience and knowledge of the game can mean the difference between scoring runs or getting thrown out at the plate. All-state agents play a similar role to the third base coach, although they have experience with much more than just home. They can help with auto insurance, life insurance, and your retirement needs as well. And they'll do it without using any crazy signals. They'll help you understand the coverage options available so you can find the one that's right for you. You deserve a team with big league experience. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
To get a team with big league experience, just visit your local Allstate agent. Call 1-800-ALLSTATE or click on allstate.com. Insurance subject to availability and qualifications. Allstate Insurance Company, Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company, and Allstate Indemnity Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Extra long Philly cheesesteak, new at Sonic. Only at Sonic will you find the great taste of a classic cheesesteak made even better. Introducing Sonic's new extra long Philly cheesesteak. Thin sliced steak, diced onions and green peppers, and shredded cheese. Piled high and served up fast on Sonic's own extra long bun. So when you've got an extra large hunger, drive in for the new extra long Philly cheesesteak. It's not just good, it's Sonic good. Sonic now accepts all major credit cards.
It's the end of the day. You've got 2 choices, each with its own delights. The champagne of beers or the champagne of light beers. So you do what every good high life man would do when faced with a head-scratching decision. You find a quarter. Tails. You say Miller High Life Light and reach for the peanuts. The rising moon says, well done, my friend. That's the High Life way. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Travs have stamped their ticket to the championship series here in the Texas League for the 6th time. The Travs are going to that championship series. And remember, the Travs have never lost a Texas League championship series, so things are looking good, at least historically, for the Travs to win that 6th title. Who are the Travs going to be playing in the championship series? Well, right now, the Midland Rockhounds defeated San Antonio 5-2, so Midland takes a 2-0 lead in that series. San Antonio would need to sweep the next 2 games, and because the Missions won their playoff berth by virtue of a wild card spot, meaning they finished in 2nd place both halves to send it to Midland, that 5th game, if San Antonio can pull out a win tomorrow, that 5th and final game would be played in Midland. So the Rockhounds sitting pretty right now. Brad Ziegler picked up the win. Jeremy Brown hit a home run. Travis Oldham to the loss. The save went to Alex Santos. It was his 2nd of the series. And so it's 2-1, Midland leading San Antonio in the best-of-5 West Division Championship Series. And they'll play the 4th game tomorrow in San Antonio. Final score from Rayward Field tonight, the Travs 11, the Tulsa Drillers 4. We'll sweep through the Major League scores next, but first this on CSN from Settle Office Products.
When it comes to a full line of office products, the name is Settle Office Products, 4412 MacArthur Drive in North Little Rock. They've been in business on MacArthur Drive for 23 years. They give free delivery anywhere in Central Arkansas. They have office furniture, office supplies, scratch and dent furniture, and they're family owned and operated. Give them a call today at 758-1050 or see them on the website at www.settleofficepro.com.
It has a legendary reputation for reliability, durability, and quality. It's been named to Car and Driver's 10 Best list 18 times. It was the first gasoline-powered production automobile to be certified as a low-emission vehicle in the U.S. And the best part is, it's used.
Proof that how you start out in life is a good indication of how far you'll go. Honda certified used cars. See, it may be used, but it's still a Honda.
Vail Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway, Little Rock.
The Air Force is the only branch of service with its own community college. It's called the Community College of the Air Force, and it makes a difference. You see, in the Air Force, you earn college credit for learning your job. You can earn an associate's degree in one of 66 career fields. Your job experience goes farther in the Air Force. For more information, call 1-800-423-USAF or log on at airforce.com. Cross into the blue with the U.S. Air Force. No one comes close.
CSN is now live on the internet at csnsports.com. Click on live broadcast in the upper left-hand corner on your homepage for live play-by-play audio, not to mention all other programs CSN produces during the year. Check out our webpage with a list of games today on CSN, the latest scoreboard, and the latest sports headlines at CSNsports.com. That's CSNsports.com with live coverage worldwide on the internet. CSNsports.com, bringing you closer to us than ever before.
Well, we've done it a few times during the regular season this year, and we're saving it for a division-clinching game, and here is your sweet sound of a East Division championship. Yummy, yummy. Travs win this one by a final score of 11-4. We'll name the BC Powder player of the game during the next segment. For right now, we'll go through the Southwest Airlines Major League scoreboard. There's only a couple games in progress, both out in the West Division of the National League. San Diego, 2-0 over the Rockies. They're in the top of the 6th inning at Petco Park. The Giants, after blowing the lead yesterday at Dodger Stadium, the Cubs over the Giants 3-1. They're in the top of the 4th inning. Randy Wynn went deep for the Giants. Michael Barrett for the Cubbies. St. Louis today shut out the Mets 5-0 with Albert Pujols hitting 2 home runs, and Gall hit his first. Chris Carpenter with the win is 21-4. Chris Benson, the loser, falls to 9-7. Florida Marlins double up the Nationals 8-4 with Josh Beckett hitting a home run and winning his 13th. Miguel Cabrera chipped in with his 30th home run while John Patterson took the loss. Pittsburgh Pirates end a 10-game home losing streak with a 12-inning win, 8-7 over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Craig Wilson and Jason Bay each went deep for the Bucks. For the Diamondbacks, home runs were hit by Tony Clark, 2 of them, and Luis Torrero. In the American League, the Angels today shut out the Boston Red Sox 3-0 with Paul Bird winning his 11th. K-Rod comes on for his 35th save. Home run hit by Orlando Cabrera against his former team, and Matt Clement took only his 4th loss of the year. So with that win, the Angels now a full game in front of the Oakland Athletics for first in the American League West Division. Elsewhere in the American League, Cleveland doubled up the Detroit Tigers with a 4-2 win, and that'll give the Indians a half-game lead over the New York Yankees for the wild card. Tampa Bay down New York 7-4. Other score comes out of Chicago, where the Kansas City Royals were down 2-0 in the 5th inning. They rallied for 3 in the 6th, add to it in the 8th with 1 run, and the Royals win over the White Sox by a 4-2 score. J.P. Howell, the winner, no-hitter through the first 4 innings, but he picked up his 2nd win. Mike McDougall saved his 18th. There was 1 homer. It was hit by Angel Baroa of the KC Royals. The Crabs, East Division champions, and they were winners tonight, 11-4 for the Tulsa Drillers. We'll be naming our BC Powder player of the game next on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
Why do people statewide across the state of Arkansas like CSN? Here's Gary Coates, general manager and owner of affiliate KBJT in Fordyce.
Well, I like it because it's Arkansas-oriented. You know, the things that that CSN carries are always, from within the state, and for the most part, and it's a real big help to our broadcast schedule.
CSN now in their 27th year.
The Arkansas Razorbacks are looking to make it back to the Bulls this year. Hi, this is Ron Calcagney. Join me for the 3rd year in a row right here on CSN for the Arkansas Razorback Sports Report every week during the football season. Every week we'll give the latest news on the Razorbacks from Fayetteville, a look at the big game each week and the game plan, a flashback from the past, and interviews from the great Hogs from the past and predictions of big games. Razorback Sports Report every Thursday at 5:30, Friday mornings at 8:30, Friday afternoons at 3:30, and Saturday mornings at 6:30. During the football season, right here on CSN, the Creative Sports Network.
CSN is now live on the internet at csnsports.com. Click on live broadcast in the upper left-hand corner on your homepage for live play-by-play audio, not to mention all other programs CSN produces during the year. Check out a webpage with a list of games today on CSN, the latest scoreboard, and latest sports headlines at csnsports.com. That's csnsports.com with live coverage worldwide on the internet. csnsports.com, bringing you closer to us than ever before.
Many Travelers could be up for the BC Powder player of the game today. Erick Aybar finished with 3 hits to lead the Travs' 11-hit attack. Mike Napoli got things started with a 3-run homer in the 1st inning, giving the Travs an early big lead. Jered Weaver pitched well with the lead, struck out 9 batters in 6 innings. That's the 3rd straight start for Weaver with 9 strikeouts. He's looking really strong. And elsewhere, the Travs also got a good game from Reggie Willits, who's 2 for 4 with a couple of runs scored. Jayson Nix delivered a 2-run double. Greg Porter helped turn 2 double plays at third base, but Kendrys Morales, I think the guy that people will remember most from this ball game as he hits 2 mammoth home runs, finishes with 5 RBIs, and Morales will be today's BC Powder player of the game. BC Powder is the official pain reliever of the Arkansas Travelers. BC gets into your system fast. BC goes to work fast. It's headaches, backaches, muscle pain, nothing works faster than BC. Use as directed. We're going to wrap this one up. We'll set up a Texas League Championship Series as well with all the information that we may have or don't have. That'll come next on the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
I never wanted a desk job, and now I do what I love. I'm a greenskeeper. I keep the greens and fairways looking great here at the golf course. But as soon as the weather gets nice, that's when my allergies kick in. Pollen gives me sinus headaches and makes my eyes all itchy and watery. So I carry new BC Allergy Sinus Headache Powder. Comes in a red pack. BC Red clears me up fast so I can enjoy being outside. If only it worked on divots.
Reach for the red. Look for new BC Allergy Sinus Headache Powder in the red pack. Use as directed.
I never wanted a Coke so bad in my life, like the time I took this really hot girl to a scary movie. I just finished the entire tub of popcorn, extra salt, and my date had just finished her Coke. Which she could have offered me some of, considering I did pay for it, but whatever. So I'm sitting there and my mouth is like a salt lick when she gives me the look, but there's no way I could kiss her. I gotta tell you, I would have done anything to have a Coke at that moment. They say the best lessons are hardest learned. I say don't date a girl who won't share her Coke. Coca-Cola. Say it real.
Extra long Philly cheesesteak. New at Sonic. Only at Sonic will you find the great taste of a classic cheesesteak made even better. Introducing Sonic's new extra long Philly cheesesteak. Thin sliced steak, diced onions and green peppers, and shredded cheese. Piled high and served up fast on Sonic's own extra long bun. So when you've got an extra large hunger, drive in for the new extra long Philly cheesesteak. It's not as good, it's Sonic good. Sonic now accepts all major credit cards.
Final score from Ray Winder Field in Game 3 of the Eastern Division playoff. The Arkansas Travelers 11, the Tulsa Drillers 4. The Travs sweep the division series, and they sweep their tormentors in this division. Remember, the Drillers were the only team in the East to win the season series against the Travelers. Tulsa won 16, Travs won 12 during the regular season, but nobody's going to remember that because the Travs outscored the Drillers during this series 24-11. Out of the 24 Traveler runs, 17 came on homers. Out of the 11 runs today, 8 of them came on home runs. The Travs this series just really overpowered the Tulsa Drillers, and I think there's no other better way to put it. This ball club is just made up of an immense amount of power for any AA club. This is more power than most teams are used to. 152 home runs during the regular season, and the Travs hit 7 in 3 games in the first round of the playoffs. Goodness, what could happen during the championship series, which would be between the Travs and either the Midland Rock Islands or the San Antonio Missions. Travs never met either of these teams, I believe, in the championship series. Not looking at the media guide just yet, but San Antonio didn't have a lot of success for a while. And remember, Midland hasn't been in the championship series for a long time, since 1975. All right, here are the official final totals once again. Today for the Drillers, it was 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Tulsa today strand 6. They were 1 for 4 with a man in scoring position. The Arkansas Travelers scored 11 runs with 11 hits. They committed 1 error. Travs stranded 2. They were 5 for 8 with a man in scoring position. Jered Weaver gets the win. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He walked 2, struck out 9, and Weaver picks up a win in his first professional postseason start. Ubaldo Jiménez takes the loss. 4 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, all earned. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and a home run. Time of game was 2 hours, 43 minutes, and the paid attendance, 1,436. So the Travs have the next 3 days off. Really, the next 2 days are off, and then Sunday will be a travel day to either San Antonio or to Midland, and we don't know who the starting pitchers will be in Game 1. Of course, the Missions and Rock Hounds have to finish their series first. And let's let the Travs celebrate their division title before we get too much into the championship series. So that'll be it for this broadcast. And we'll be talking once again on Monday from either San Antonio or from Midland in the championship series. I'd like to thank the affiliates on the broadcast tonight, KBJT 4, 1570 AM, KPDQ Pine Bluff, 101.3 AM, also in Pine Bluff, 1490 AM, KOTN. Russellville's 610 AM and 101.3 FM, that's KARV. KDXC Total Sports 1380 North Little Rock, and the flagship station all season has been KASR 92.7 FM in Conway, Little Rock. Thanks to board operators, studio engineers, and general managers down the line. Special thank you goes to Chris Rhodes, who's been working most of the games this year back at CSN Control. Before we forget, thanks to the folks at MLB.com and MILB.com, Minor League Baseball's official website, who've been carrying this broadcast on the website this series. They'll also be carrying the Texas League Championship Series. So, well, thank you for tuning in to this playoff broadcast. A reminder that we'll be off for the next 3 days. So, next trailer broadcast will come at 7. Come at Monday. We don't know what time it'll start. So, just log on to www.travs.com. We'll be putting up the pitching matchups, start time to the games. Of course, you got to find out who it is you're going to be playing. So, until then, Phil Ellis reminding you our final score was the Arkansas Travelers 11, the Tulsa Drillers 4. This season ain't over yet. We'll talk baseball once again on Monday night.
The Arkansas Traveler postgame show was brought to you by Allstate Insurance. See your nearest Allstate Insurance agent anywhere in Arkansas today. And remember, you're in good hands with Allstate. Arkansas Traveler Baseball has been a presentation of CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network.